Oopsies, that's me. Bye bye. No TOS violations here. What's poppin'? That's my alarm reminding me to cast. Yeah. Panda. What's poppin', Panda? I'm making some beats to accompany me because I'm solo casting. Oh, you guys probably want me louder. You guys always want me louder. Well, I'll give it to you. Be loud as hell. Anyway, back to this glory. Here's the symbol hit I want. Goes here and here. Oh, that doesn't go there. That goes over here. And then we'll put one here, and we'll put one here. And through the magic of music, it's this one. I think this is what I want. Maybe just like speed that up a little bit. I think it's like a nice 150. Now make like a 135. That's not the worst thing in the world. Let's make them sound all pretty. Thank you, Necro, for changing the title. I appreciate you and everything that you do. Man, noise floor is pretty high on this. That's pretty spicy. We can start with that. You can also set this to smush it a little bit. A little bus compression. Love it. Love it. And then we'll add a little funky bass lick. I think is only appropriate, right? Gotta find where I put the end of this cable and plug her in here. There it is. Okay. Careful not to knock over everything on my messy desk. Oh, you guys probably heard that. You don't need to hear that. Like that. You gotta plug in here. And we'll do one of these and one of these. And we'll do a little bit of this compression on the bass. Very good. Oh, that's so good. Maybe. You know what? I'll get rid of those upbeats. Make it keep it more in disco land. Oh no, I need that part. That'll be nice. And then for more bass sound, make it nice and pretty. We'll do some thick. Don't need you. We do want you. I already have a compressor. No, let's use this one. I like this one better. There's my invite. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you. All right, back down here. I like this. This sounds good. It's a nice tone. I really like this preamp. Oh, that's not the one I'm thinking of. This preamp. New York, baby. Keep it strong. A little fuzz on there. A little less. Get the tone all nice and nice. Something like that. Ooh, yeah, there we go, Murphy.
Hey, what's up?
What's poppin'? I gotta invite you. Yeah. Yo, all right. So we are live, and
It's
you should
hype
tune
stream
in to
time.
the stream so you can hear my funky beats. Gonna make this like way longer so I can like vibe on it. Nice little 16 bar phrase here. You know, the usual. Wait, hold on. Oh, where's 16? 17, 16. Cool. Let's get a little metronome on so I play in time.
So this is gonna be an exciting game. I think all of the lanes match up pretty decently.
Yeah,
Can't see
I
the-
agree. Spec
There we
link for
go.
the draft, very cool.
Speculinker.
I will switch to that once that starts, but otherwise I'm gonna finish out this little I don't know, this little pick band banger. That's what I'll call it.
GG easy on the blue side and 4 top on the red side. I would hope to see a volley bear ban from 4 top. It's just such an easy first pick.
Oliver's dummy good too.
Dummy good.
One of, if not the strongest top laner right now, in my opinion. Besides, like, all the shit that's, like, really hard to play, like Riven. But even then, like...
I don't even know if Quadratic plays volley bear.
I feel like
I
it's
think
one of those
it's-
things where, like, even if you don't, you do.
True.
Or, a better way to put it is, like, easy to pick up, so... I don't know
Major
if he's a
note.
player, but, like, maybe he's picked it up.
Right. And major note as well with the Torpedo subbing in for Joe Cool Bremer.
The Will Brooks, the Torpedo?
The Torpedo. T-H-E
man.
Torpedo.
T-H-E pedo. Oh, hold up.
Mhm.
Hold up. Redacted. Redact that.
What?
I regret. I'm sorry, Will. I did you dirty. The torpedo. Okay. That was bad. I did it to myself. An apology is in order. Here, I'll play the
Oh
lick.
no. Are
That'll
we ready?
satisfy the people. Yeah, we're ready.
Alright, I think we're getting started with the pick ban here pretty soon.
Alright, let me switch to the pick band screen and I'll keep
Yeah,
with this banger.
they just started. GG Easy's working on their first
draft, is that
ban.
the
They're
right
thinking
screen?
real hard.
Almost the right screen. Whoop. I gotta move my OBS over because I put it on the wrong side.
Thinking
Yikes.
mighty hard about this one. They're gonna ban Kled first. I like that. I can always agree with the Kled ban as a top laner myself.
I agree.
Swain, I don't want Quadratic or the Torpedo to pull that out. The Renekton, of course. Another Necro guy staple.
Silas ban. They're banning out Quadratic.
It seems like it.
But they're also banning out Necro. It's a top lane battle. Interesting.
I'd really like to see a Jinx ban, even though she did get a slight nerf. Maybe the Senna ban. Malphite. See, when we played them, we gave the respect to the Necro guy. We allowed Necro guy to play sort of whatever he wanted. We just banned out Kled and Renekton. The Orianna ban from Uruguay, that's a respect ban. He's had many good games on the Orianna where he's shown Seraphine first pick, not the Volibear. Interesting.
Yeah.
Guy Fieri first picking Ashe, just blind picking it. It's a good takeaway. It's a very solid combo with the Seraphine, where you can get the slow and then the insta stun from Seraphine's E. And a Morgana flex.
Not I got a co-caster. I don't need my silly beats.
Sivir Volibear? Sivir Volibear? And you just get the most broken first round draft you've ever seen? Kennen. Okay. They don't want that to get banned. That's still a really solid first three picks for GG Easy.
Also think Quadratic makes really good use of the cannon. Like when he's on it, he finds really good angles. He's decent in lane. Like I think that's a very powerful pick to have. Maokai though, Maokai kind of beats Cannon's ass. Not gonna lie.
Interesting. Is Necro guy going with the Maokai, or is that the Hodor Nation Maokai support? And then we're gonna see Morgana either mid or jungle. Can't wait to find out. Anivia band. It's always a good band. Malzahar, it's a respect. I honestly kind of thought we would see the Malzahar support for the Torpedo, just as a takeaway from Fleeing Panda, and you know we always want the Malzahar.
Malzahar's pretty good. PMALCS favorite.
Let's
see. Oh, what else? Anivia band. All right, Anivia's pretty good.
Yeah, Anivia and Hakarim, even though he got nerfed pretty hard, but it's still a really good jungler. I could have banned Volibear instead, but
yeah, I don't think they're gonna take the Volibear.
Why not?
I just think maybe none of them play it. Because Evan's got the cannon top lane.
They played it against us though.
Oh well.
It's also
they should take it.
Dummy good. Alawi, yeah, they're thinking maybe it's a Maokai support as well.
I guess it could be. I don't know if maybe there's a history of that on their team, but I do think that the Maokai top matchup into Kennen is like very favorable. It also like is a really good neutralizer in team fights because he goes for the flank, and then you just kind of do Maokai things, and then he just doesn't get it. Simple
Yeah.
enough.
Oh, the Braum. Oh my goodness. That they have so much CC, but so little damage.
They gotta pick out a big old damage jungler. Unless it's Morgana jungle and they're gonna pick a mid laner. Could be a nice little spicy flex they're doing.
Nautilus, so it's gonna be Seraphine mid lane.
Or Nautilus jungle. That's the thing we've been seeing out of a couple people.
Is it really? Who's
Yeah,
played that?
I think Gerber's been playing it actually.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just keeping it in the back of my head until we see this next pick. We'll know soon enough.
Oh, okay. Trundle.
Ooh.
I
Old
like
school
that.
Trundle support?
No, it's gonna be a Trundle jungle.
Definitely. I think it's definitely good into the double tank line of Maokai Braum. It just helps neutralize either of them. But I'm really wondering what
It's
Fortob
gotta be
is gonna
somebody
pick.
really high damage
Especially
for
when they pick
fling.
the Ash. Like if they
Is
had
this for
a
Fling Panda or is
Jinx
this gonna
there.
be for Garfield Juice? This is for
Uh,
Lux.
huh. I guess that does it.
They have so much CC.
I think they're just playing a pick comp, basically. I don't think they're looking for the 5v5. I think they're looking to cheese a bush and then beat you up. Steal your lunch money before you even know you're there.
Are they gonna have enough damage to do that before they just get away?
Well, if you hit a Morg
Or their
binding, then you're gonna
or
hit a
their
Maokai
team
W,
just
then you're gonna
shows
hit a
up?
Lux binding, then you're gonna get a Braum stun, and then in the worst case, you also have an Ash ultimate and a Morgana ultimate, and the rest of Maokai CC. Like I feel like if you get caught by anything, you're getting caught by everything. You know?
You are correct. Trundle, uh, the four top composition is awful for Trundle, but also really good at the same time because he likes some tanky people.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But the Trundle's an interesting pick. Because the pillar kind of spreads people out from the Kennen ulti.
But also, it prevents them from
Airplane.
getting away from the Kennen ulti.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's definitely a bit of a dual purpose
It's an interesting
thing going on.
pick.
It is. It absolutely is.
For wisdom.
DH underscore eggs says poggers. I agree.
That's exactly what I was thinking this whole
I
time.
too think poggers.
You can't cage me for long.
So I think we have a situation where just wholesale looking at each team comp. GG easy wins team fights, like easy, but for TOB is just gonna, if they find you, they bonk you. So I think it's a matter of them getting lane prio, which they have all the tools to do. Maokai's wave clear, awesome. Ash's wave clear with Morgana, pretty decent. Lux's wave clear, like duh. So they can I think if they play it right, they're gonna get prio, get wards, and just take you out when you're in the bushes. And it's gonna really be up to GG Easy to just stay as a group and not get picked off. Because I do think if they don't manage to get that pick, then they're going to have a very hard time, like sort of solidifying that. What's what I'm looking for? Like solidifying a fight.
Mm-hmm. I think they do have the wave clear. They have the disengage as well. I think they are looking for a 5v5. They have tons of AoE. It's just they have to start it. It has to be on
Yeah,
their
exactly.
terms.
And even then, GG Easy has pretty good ability, I feel like, to turn a fight around.
Luring them into choke points is gonna be the goal for four top around objectives. If they can lure them into the choke points right outside of blue buff, basically try and pull them out of river into the jungle for team fights, that'll be exactly what four top want to do in order to win the game. You want to line them all up for the Maokai ult into the Braum and Lux ult with the Morgana ult, just waiting for them
Exactly.
for when everything else is done.
I 100% agree. I think so. I think what else we can look at here is the lanes, because I think this is a game too where if either team gets ahead in lane, it's going to be hard for the other to really do too much. I think especially for GG Easy, like if they get behind in lanes, and Fortop does get to do sort of remotely anything near what they want to do, they just get rolled. They don't have the defensive tools. Actually, I guess you could consider Trundle Pillar a defensive tool. Seraphine ult's really good disengage. You have
Seraphine ult's
Kennen,
great
good.
disengage.
So they do have good disengage if they can pull it off. But there's enough at the same time hard CC on the enemy team that like I don't think they get to use it. I don't know. I'm kind of confused. Not confused, but I don't have a good answer.
It is a lot of roots. Morgana Q is a root. I'm pretty sure Lux Q is a root as well.
So is Maokai W, I think. And probably his ultimate. That's a lot of roots.
So they can still cast abilities during that time.
Big potential cleanse game.
Their Kennen is going to be looking for flanks,
Mm-hmm.
and while the Trundle is just running back to the back line to support him, just kind of like steal the Maokai ult, run to the back line, and then let Sivir and Nautilus and Seraphine just take care of the Maokai, who's going to overextend.
Yeah.
Just pull that back, stretch the team fight out. And then we got a win for GG Easy.
Very
Um,
interesting.
For top, do need to be cautious. Remember that Gunji is Coach Gunji. They're gonna need to be ready to set up for their objectives very early. Hello.
Who do we got here?
It's Hero.
Oh, Hero, you made it.
I made it. You're still in game, right? Or you still haven't gotten in game yet?
Just spectator delay right now.
Beautiful. Let me see what the pick bands is so far.
I put a stream up for you.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Very interesting.
It's a really good pick band from both teams. I really like both their teams.
I like the Morgana jungle here as well.
Oh, it is Morgana jungle. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So what's actually good with that too is each lane has really, really good setup for Morgana ganks.
Correct. Although Seraphine does have that really good wombo combo going there, so I think that's going to be a good win con. Just like I think they're both looking for AoE team fights here, right? With Kennen, right. Seraphine, Sivir.
They both want to get each other into the choke points.
But also, I think, what's their name? Four Tops and a bot, I think, is more of a pick composition rather than a team fight. Is like, right? With a chain CC, with a Morgana, the Lux, the Ashe. I think they're more looking towards disrupting their picking the team off one by one, and I think they have really good chain CC there. So I don't know. It could go either way. I'm going to give my vote personally. I think GG Easy, just because I think it's on Seraphine's busted.
Seraphine's busted. I'm surprised there's no Volibear pick.
But at the same time, like, there is a clear win con for Four Tops and a bot, I think, too, so. I think it could go either way, for sure. And as soon as the game loads, I can actually just, press spectate instead of, watching this. So that's good to be how we do this, I think. Where's my client?
Seraphine ult is busted. That's all. You're actually correct, Mr. Symphonia John.
So I am going to now. I can expect it to game now, so I'm going to stop watching this.
Mm-hmm.
So you want me to take my stream down? Kira?
You're do whatever you want.
I just didn't know if you still needed it. So.
Nope, I don't need it anymore.
All right. I'm going to
All
put
right.
up
Are we getting
objective timer.
level
Take out
1?
chat.
Level 1 shenanigans.
If you are on the side, where's the button? There it is. If you're on the side of what's the thing I'm using my brain to forget about. If you're on the side of Fortob,
Did you pause at 10?
you need to. No,
my
I'm pausing at 20.
My game crashed.
Rip.
Pause
So
at
y'all,
20.
okay,
All right, let me
Sorry
know when
about
you're ready,
that.
Murphy. That's fine. We'll let you know here when we get there. Oh, where's my
Okay.
game over?
I'm
Where'd
at
it go?
20.
3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Go.
Oh, we're getting some level 1 shenanigans. I'm
You
excited.
have to with this team comp. Like you
They're
have
gonna get there before Nautilus.
No, Nautilus gets there just before.
No, he's too late. Oh, he missed the
He
cube.
flashed,
But
but didn't need to. Well, that's just unfortunate. Really, I don't know. I feel like they did what they could. It's a weird situation. I feel like with this team comp, you benefit hugely from an invade through mid. Because you guarantee yourself an angle that because they'll always see you coming through Tribush if they show up properly for a 5-point, or like you invade top lane and go for the pixel brush. Like you have good options.
I think if the Braum Q hits there, then we get the first blood.
what's the timing everybody is on? Because I'm gonna pass forward to it.
We are 115, 16, 17.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh?
Get a counter
Oh.
invade from GG Easy. Gonna have to blow Necro guys flash and they're gonna steal red
Good
buff.
flash by Necro. Ooh, let me arrange these champions in the right order.
You said 33, 34. Are you on the?
37.
Okay, perfect. We're in the same play spot.
Yeah, good enough. More than good enough. Put my mouse over there, let it disappear.
Morgana does have the faster clear. I think she knows that they're on the red buff, but really like to see her go after the red buff immediately.
Torpedo rings a hook.
Oh.
Torpedo.
Right. Oh, I know why it's doing this.
Making his presence known. He's back in the PMALCS with this nasty hook in the bot lane.
Kind of
Right.
interesting starting item for Nautilus. I didn't expect the steel shoulder guard. I think Relic Shield's personally better on the champion, but that's okay. Hook goes
Well,
wide.
my stream is
We see
not
it's
happy
vertical.
right now.
We're seeing a
fix it,
vertical
chat.
jungle here. We're seeing a vertical jungle here from both sides, which I think is pretty good. Got the bot side for Morgana, so we can look for an easy bot lane ganks.
Yeah, and since she got the blue buff out of the for her first buff, it makes it a lot easier. If she'd gotten red buff, it would have been a little more difficult. She may have run out of mana, but now she'll be fine. And she can just take the chickens, gank mid.
Looking for a gank mid here? It's a pretty good gank angle actually from right here. Oh, the lightning goes wide. And they just get out of that scot-free.
Yeah, Mew Eggboy with the standstill dodge. Very spicy.
Right now, I think they're just both going for the scuttle right now. So they should be even yeah, they're even right now in camps. Morgana should look for a bot lane gank, maybe around, but they're gonna go straight for a river.
Gonna land root. Gonna get the stun on Nautilus, and first blood to Ash. Guy Fieric going into Flavor Town.
Great binding coming out from Garfield Juice there. Allowed Nation to follow up with his slow, and then Ash can just clean up with a kill. With the Braum passive going on for an extra chain CC as well. So I think that's what I think that is going to be the win con for 4 tops and a bot. It's going to be through this pick, through the Morgana jungle. I think it's going to be really up to the Morgana and the Ashe to, even the Lux too. They have all like one
to be proactive, basically.
So once they're CC'd, one of them CC'd, you could just chain them. Chain combo.
See a wild shuriken coming from Quadratic. Love to see it happen sometimes.
You got to go for those, you miss all the shurikens you don't throw.
Yep.
So we see the only real notable CS lead is a nice 10 up for Panda. And a small lead being gained as Gunji and Torpedo here push out this wave. But other than that, it's pretty stagnant. That first blood was spicy, but that's all that's really happened.
It's rather even. If they can... Ooh, they should just run up there and stop the back. Stop the backs! Aww.
They have the vision for it too. I would really like to see them get aggressive there.
Right, Ash Hawkshot.
I'd also like to see Necro Guy like beat Quadratic's ass a little more. I feel like you can do it on the Maokai.
Right now we can't, just because the wave is a little big.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I feel like this is a lane you can be up in. But maybe you'll go back by an item and we'll see where that gets him.
Quadratic is also very impressive. Gage in the bot lane. Torpedo taking a ton of damage.
I'm kind of intrigued by this Kennen's Amptome start, rather than the traditional.
That's
start.
Very
I think he's
interesting.
just trying to accelerate towards his item.
That's fair enough.
And especially into
Doesn't have
Maokai,
mana.
like it's not like you need, too much.
Yeah.
Like you can
Doesn't have
sustain-
mana, so don't need Doran's Blade, don't need Corrupting Pots.
And I do feel like Necro Guy could be pushing a little harder, but this is a really good first dragon here for red team as well. Just get prio, take control, nail it, done. And I don't know, maybe they knew about the Trundle's back time or something, because blue team has a ward on dragon. They knew that was happening, but they just didn't do anything. The
We're saying-
Oblivion Orb from Kennen is also really smart here. Smart first buy.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much where he was going. Is
That's actually a really
the amp
good
turn
look.
straight into the Oblivion Orb. He's got the pen boots as well, so he's gonna have a lot of extra damage.
Yeah, especially early before Maokai buys the magic resist.
And also
Good
because
stuff.
that also reduces the healing from Maokai's like passive.
Yep.
That heals him on auto attacks. I know Maokai. I know.
Which is really good into spellcasters like Kennen. Which is why I think it can be such a strong matchup. You get so much value, potentially.
Gonna have a big back here. Just getting the Aegis. Aegis and pinks.
You see a nice Lost Chapter coming in for Fleeing Panda. We see directed camera just not wanting to go anywhere but bot lane.
It's the only lane.
It's the
That's doing
only
anything
lane in the
on.
game.
It's bot and top, basically.
I'm gonna put my Fog of War away.
So, dead even CS in bot lane. Pretty much even still in mid lane. Down 8 for Seraphine, but not huge. 5
Not a big
difference
deal.
in jungle. 7 difference in top lane. Like, still just a super even game. And I think it's going to
I
stay
think-
that way until like 15 minutes, probably.
Probably. I think Lux actually outranges Seraphine, so I think Lux wins early trades against Seraphine just because Seraphine is so ult, I think not ult reliant, but like
Having friends around her reliant.
Yeah. Quadratic with the big in and nothing for it. Morgana showing up to help. Back in bot lane, directed camera. There's that gank going on. There's a whole fight about a brew up top lane. Kennan's getting collapsed on. Trundle's getting collapsed on the Rift Herald, and we just don't get to see it. There it is. Gary Bear's gonna die.
Oh, so
misses.
close.
That was skin of his teeth. I think Garfield Juice had maybe the smite there he could have used. I'm not sure on that timer. Ooh, the Rift Herald
Gary Bear
actually
sticking
having the
around.
juke go on. If Quadratic steps up too far here, he's a goner. But the Seraphine getting first rotate over the Lux, they get prio. That's the Jinx rocket down. Or not Jinx rocket, that's
Ash
Arrow.
Arrow. Gonna split
And
the uprights.
No one takes the Herald. Net neutral. That does mean they won't have that tool in the bot lane, which is probably important for them in the 2v2.
But yeah, but before all that happened, that was a lot more what we wanted to see from Necro guys. Just go in on him, just W him.
Exactly, just beat his ass.
He's a squishy little boy.
And Maokai's base
Little
numbers are
Yordle.
gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
So you just land a Q or two, especially if you set up saplings in the bush, you can knock him into those. Like, I'm not seeing any
Like,
any
he's
really
got
good
the
sapling
corrupting
play coming from
pods.
Necro.
We see
I
a
think
back
that's-
here, so like, I can't. Right now, the dragon is coming up in a minute, so I think the back for both sides is correct here. If it wasn't for the fact that there's a dragon, I would have loved to see Guy Fieri shove that
And
lane.
Panda
backing, but-
is sitting on 1100 gold, so I'd love to see him clear this wave and get it back off, maybe able to show up for that with that item advantage.
He cannot at the moment just because dragon is spawning in so
Yeah, it's
quickly.
a little
That's
too
so
late.
good. Little
He's
too
gonna
late.
get prio in mid lane for them to hopefully walk in and get control.
Absolutely.
That's
So I
really
think
good.
that's a good trade-off. I think that's a decent trade-off for the Lux as well.
We also see Necro backing, so I would love to see him walk down, help secure the dragon, TP back top if Kennen doesn't show. But Kennen also can stay, pressure, get plates, and then TP with his ult. Good binding from Garfield. Garfield just getting at it. That's Trundle ult down. They're engaging onto Garfield Juice. All the CC, just like we were talking about, but from the other team, takes down the Morgana. Hodor Nation blocking a lot of things with that door. That's Kennen ult down as well. So there's Maokai, if he TPs, there's a chance they turn this, but I don't think it's worth taking the 5v5. That's the exact scenario you don't... I don't know if we saw it. I wasn't quite seeing it, but I don't know if the Lux could have rotated there. Maybe didn't. I think maybe there could have been a bigger collapse from the side of Fortob.
Perhaps.
See, that is what we were talking about earlier. Is Fortop really wants to fight, but it's got to be on their terms. They showed up to the fight and they were crying because GG Easy brought some extra people that they said weren't allowed in the fight.
Yeah. And also, Fortop had the opportunity to bring their own extra people. Necro could have walked down. They had prio, so they had the opportunity to walk up and take vision. Guy Fieri gets hooked. That's
Keto!
down. Gunji takes him down super low. The flash Q, stopwatch. I don't know if he gets out of this. It's done, but the TP coming in from Necro. Looks like Hodor's going to take down Gunji potentially. The Maokai ult might take him down. They're going onto the Nautilus. Tons of CC. Ooh, knocks him out of the Braum Q. I don't think they want to dive that. Not super clean by either team, but a 1-for-1. But teleporter spinning for Necro. Quad's going to get those sweet, sweet plays up in top lane. And I think that's overall, you consider that a win for GG Easy.
Although
Even though they're still down in gold.
I would love for Garfield Juice to actually cover the top wave here because there's no top laner, so they could get collapsed on here, right? So I would have
agree.
personally. But that's okay. I don't think they know that they're on Rift Herald anyway.
About to.
So
He's about to.
they're about to find out.
Oh my goodness. Oh, they just know. Oh my goodness. Who got it?
Garfield Juice got it.
Garfield Juice did, I think.
Oh, the Ash Arrow saves the Morgana from a certain death. I think Morgana would have been dead from the Trundle if Ash didn't stun him with the ult.
And of course, she heals it right back.
Because of her passive, Soul Siphon.
We love it. We love to see it.
Who needs to back, you know?
When you have Soul Siphon, who needs the back anymore?
Backing's for bitches.
It's a family-friendly stream. Anyways.
I'm in town. Dinks.
Well,
only.
anyways,
Ooh, torpedo misses the hook. Nothing happens.
nothing happens. There's no vision.
Back to boring.
Good.
Ooh,
Good.
Trundle's ganking mid lane. Lux had the flash. I saw it all in the mini map, and directed camera didn't show me any of it, and I'm a little mad.
I'm so upset about it. You're right.
Directed
What
camera just
Happens
loves
to me
bot lane.
too.
This algorithm is busted.
Right.
I feel like it's trying. I feel like it keeps like flicking
Morgana-
over to other sides of the map, and it just.
Morgana's gonna be seen on this far site ward.
Ooh, unless she goes that way, maybe she isn't. Maybe cheeky lane gank, even though they don't have prio on the wave. And there's, there's a ward in the bush. Panda taking a
out the
huge
hook.
amount of damage from Egg Boy. That's the
Well,
outshot
that's
landing on
huge.
Torpedo.
That's exactly what you want.
Torpedo's gonna get stunned up here, potentially. Torpedo goes down. Flash comes in for Garfield Juice with the ult on the Gunji. He gets stunned. That doesn't look good. Oh, but Guy Fieric died. I didn't even notice.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Yep.
and Trundle's gonna come in. Maybe he kills Hodor in here? But the TP from Panda is gonna put a stop to that. Definitely. Just leaves Egg Boy to get some plates in the top lane. Or in the lane. Excuse me.
Alright, so I really like Cleanse as a summoner spell. It's just one of my favorite summoner spells. And the reason why is because I think it just gets it keeps me as a summoner alive more often than heal does.
Correct.
And I
Especially
think
with
if
the heavy
Guy
CC
Fieric had Cleanse, he'd be surviving these skirmishes and these fights.
Unfortunately, you can't actually cleanse out of a lot of the Nautilus' stuff anyway, so I think it's still better to just have heal. You can
still
only
get-
cleanse it. You can only
still
cleanse
the root. Exactly.
That's it though. You can't. You can
Actually,
you can't still cleanse the
No, you
knockup.
can cleanse the
I mean,
the
stun
hook.
off the auto, technically. But the hook's
You
gonna
can
reel
cut-
him in anyway.
You can cleanse flash the hook,
But that's true.
which is really important.
I think
Also
if
for
that
also you get-
Seraphine.
You can also get
big
ulted.
brain.
So
So because he has heal, I just really hope he gets.
4 people seen on
QSS.
the Hawk shot. We have a standoff. Lux on a really good flank angle here. I don't know if she's gonna walk around to join or if she's gonna stay on that angle. They're backing up. 4-top might be able to take advantage here. That's a lot of damage onto Gerbear.
He
Hopefully
will
they
be able to
drag out
heal
the
it back up
dragon
though.
He will.
you see the Leandry's.
They're pushing for first tower in mid lane, which I think is actually a smart trade here.
It's a really good trade.
And they
Now they can run in with Sivir ult.
Yeah, like theoretically, they could run back to that fight, but I think that's unwise at best. I think that's a really good trade, getting first tower for what is just the second Drake for 4-top. I don't mind that at all.
No, I do not. But at the same time, like I think the gold lead in the combat power is gonna stack up. I think it's gonna come at the end. I think in favor of 4-tops and a bot.
Mm-hmm.
You see the Leander is being completed for Morgana, which is actually very good into Trundle, especially with what he's building, because he's building tank, and Leander's, just does % health damage. A lot of burning. They'll just burn through their comp with that build.
What's also notable there is that GG Easy is sitting on a ton of gold right now. So they were going to be an inherent disadvantage in that fight. Necro guy getting caught out in the top lane. Flashes out. Gerbear is going to flash in after him. He's going to hit him with the slow. Necro's going to get hit by the Seraphine ult. That's probably going to spell his doom, but he's going to drag it out a little longer, running from bush to bush. Maybe he gets tricky, gets out. Gets the juice. There's a fight in the bot lane. Huge cannon ult. He's going to get 2 for them. Necro does not make it out, but delays that so long. I give him points just for trying there.
GG Easy winning all over the map with these the
And they
lane
should
swap
be able to push
here.
down both bot and top tower right now.
Mhm.
I would love to have seen a rotation from Panda here to either lane.
It's a 200-year macro play from GG
It
Easy.
really is. Huge
I think,
idea
yeah,
there.
I think yeah, this is definitely what their win con is looking to do. Just like run them down, as with Sivir and Nautilus. Just like even if they had like a QSS or something, right? The Nautilus ultimate's still gonna go through and still gonna knock up. You have to use your flash to get out of it. So I think this win, this team comp of GG Easy, is pretty good right now. I think in a really good driver's seat there. The
Yeah,
only caveat is the Morgana shield, Morgana Black Shield.
We also
And
still
this-
have yet to see a fight on Fortob's terms, I feel like.
Absolutely, and this absolutely just sets up GG Easy to get river control for the rest of the game.
And that's exactly what Fortob does not want.
Mm-hmm.
Fortob needs vision control. They desperately need it. And they have really good tools to get it. They have saplings and they have hawkshot. So they can clear entire sections of the map just with their champion's abilities. But they have to group up and do that. And it doesn't feel like to me like they're like, you know, setting their intentions to that course.
Right now, I think because of this 2 minutes till Dragon, I think they have a minute long window of where the champions just need to farm, right? So whatever maximizing gold that they can do, whether catching gold with lane gold or jungle camps, they have to be like hard farming, I think, right here until that 1 minute mark before the Dragon. So like in like I don't know, in like 20 seconds, they should start backing. Ideally. So as you can see them shoving this wave.
The cheese bush. See, the dragon fight is already on GG Easy's terms. It's a minute
Correct.
30 before, and it's already their river.
Yeah, I would like to see.
So,
Oh, they're rotating towards Baron right now. Actually,
this is one of those moments like, that's a great cheese bush, guys. Right idea. But they're all on the other side of the map.
That's just how far ahead Gunji is. Gunji Gang is four top right now. Just in the mental game right now. Gunji Gang was thinking about Dragon a minute 30 in advance, while four top was thinking, wait, are they on Baron? We're just
Well, now-
steps ahead with Gunji Gang, and that's why they're gonna win this game.
oh, they're sitting on Vision. They're sitting on Vision.
Mhm.
They're just rotating on Vision.
This is risky. They've got the good group right now taking this river control. I feel like Fortop needs to be fighting for this. They need to be in that bush, like, together. And instead you have Lux.
Maokai TP, there it is.
This is going to be close. Maokai TP and could change everything here. You have to have a flash out from the Braum. Necroguy,
Yeah.
it's a huge snare on the 4 members, but they need to follow it up. That's a huge Lux ultimate on the 4 people. Necroguy goes down. Garfield Juice is 1 HP. Really, really almost big stun. Everyone flashes out. It was a good look from Fortop, but they need to be there sooner. They do not
Absolutely.
win this game by having Maokai split push and Lux clearing a lane. They win this game by having 5 people in a bush and just vaporizing anyone that comes close to it. I think they're
Correct.
not playing to their win con.
Straight up in a 5v5 setting, I think GGEZ has the ups. Just because Sivir are huge, you can just hit everybody from a long distance, just like that. The long range pizzas and the Seraphine, right? They have a lot of range CC they have there, ranged abilities, and Kennen just a huge AOE. So like in a choke point setting like this, I think they have to find someone individual, pick them off, like Jimmy said, like vaporize somebody with their layered CC is what 4 tops and a bot needs to do.
I'm sorry, I sent a very
Not
important
That
text message.
the issue is that just requires GGEC to be alone, and that's never happening.
Well, the thing is, it's not like they're always gonna be alone, right? They're always gonna be together, right? Because they have to catch gold in the carries, right? Mew Egg Boy is gonna need to farm some more waves in order to get some more items. Same thing with Quadratic and Genji. They all need farm, right? They're not just gonna sit together in a lane and like share minions. That's very inefficient for them gold wise. So during those kind of moments, during those kind of moments where they have to farm individually, I think that's when they have to find a pick. I think, at least in my opinion.
I agree, 100%.
I just don't think they have the damage to find the pick. They can layer all the CC they want, but they don't have any damage to back up the CC.
They do, because Morgana, as you can tell, look at her items, right? You have Leandry's.
She's ahead, but once you walk out of the W, then
Yeah, but you can't walk out of W if you're chain CC'd forever.
yeah.
Know what I mean?
All
It's just
I
a
wanna
long
see
time.
Is a good bush cheese around and then go. I think that huge bind onto Gunji, great arrow onto Gary Bear, nice Braum ultimate, but the Kennen ultimate is going to disengage this whole thing. Huge Zanyas, he might go down here. Garfield Juice is kind of toast. Just unfortunate. It's again, they're not getting these fights on their terms, and I feel like for almost the 5th fight in a row, we haven't seen Lux be at the fight. I feel like this is a huge issue. If the enemy team comp is a full 5v5 comp, and your team is like okay at that, if you're as 5, you need to be as 5. It's like mandatory. And if you're not doing that, then you're totally toast.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, Jimmy. And they just need to find the right time to group it to create a pick. Because what Lux is doing is what they want the enemy team to be doing, right? Like farm waves and stuff, and like they have to find the moments where they have to farm waves, or else they don't get gold.
And it's not like farming waves is the wrong choice. It's just you have to do either or.
But I mean, like, what I'm trying to say is like, find their time, like GG Easy's opportunity so that they need to farm, pick them at those moments, and then kill them. Because they're not gonna be sharing gold all the time. They're not. That's just like inefficient. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move on and see what's gonna happen here. Let's see. Not much happens here right now, actually.
We've got Baron dances. We're gonna have a dragon dance soon. Minute 15 on
They're
dragon.
both on 2 drags. So whoever gets this gets soul point, which is pretty big. But I feel like either team would be happy to trade Baron for Dragon. But I also feel like there's definitely a universe in which GG Easy can find a good objective fight, roll it, and then just get both. And that's, I think, where you become doomed if you're playing 4-5.
Also, if you look at Gunji's items right now, she's sitting on 3 items with Duskblade, Mirror Mana, and the Collector. So she's gonna be doing some chunking.
That's a lot of damage. I think that's the other thing too, is now sort of the poke pick comp is almost about to get out poked and out picked. Like
they do not want
here, and they can't be walking up unless they're together. Like what they just did right there, walked up together. Hodor didn't die. That's great. That's what they need to be doing all the time. But as 5, and they need to be using the hawk shots and the saplings way better. I feel like. Because they can check that bush if they have hawkshot, if they have a sapling. And
go on
sapling
Kennen right now.
A 5, 6, 7 second cooldown. Like it's.
Go on Kennen. Go on Kennen right now.
Well, if they go on Kennen right now, they sack the drag.
Yes.
Great Ash
no,
ultimate,
they
committing also.
they killed
Kennen. Maokai ult. Huge Kennen ultimate.
Yes.
Gets no one. They don't take
That's
the drag.
exactly what
they
they
go
want.
for the team fight. Nautilus ult goes wide onto Garfield Juice. Hodor Nation gets a really nice 4-man Braum ult. Nice pick off Panda. Nice ultimate. Necro's going in, laying down CC. We see a double Zanyas coming out. Guy Fioric flashes onto Gunji to get the slow. Gunji looks like he's going to die here. Takes Guy Fioric out with him first, and leaves just Seraphine on the enemy team. But Seraphine could steal this. Necroguy and Garfield Juice are both at half health. Seraphine right now on 17 Magi stacks and a Leandries and a shard of Magic Pen. Garfield Juice
Morgana doesn't care.
Yeah,
Morgana doesn't care.
Boy still has a chance to turn it, but it doesn't pan out. Red team gets the dragon. That's the kind of fight they want to get. They see someone out of position. They use their stuff to
Yeah.
get a pick.
Great,
They take it
quick
down, they get a nice
decision
turn.
making.
Exactly. They just need to be snappy. And then once it was a 4v5, huge Braum
Yeah.
ultimate comes out, huge Lux ultimate. They have a really good sort of combo if they can land both of those, which they did. Then you have a one fight. So I think that's what they want to be doing. Snappy move, get the pick, and then 4v5, they have a much easier time turning that around.
Because if you can't win an even fight, make it uneven.
Yep.
Karut says no stopwatch for Kennen is big sad, and I agree. He's got to get that Zonia's ASAP.
Are they gonna find Kennen again here? Oh, we'll put it in the bush, Necro guy. It's okay.
No, the Ash Arrow misses. So they're not gonna have that for a pick right now. It's like a while.
It's not that bad of a cooldown. It just got lowered recently. He's at level
not
level
really.
13, but it's like less than 2 minutes now.
Interesting. And we see the
Think-
gold
yeah.
differences. It's actually like a 5k gold lead on GG Easy right now. A lot of the gold leads actually coming in from mid and 80 carry. Also like 1.2k gold lead on Torpedo as well over Holder Nation. So like overall like a plus in the positive direction for GG Easy.
So on a less related note, I think so they're down 5k gold. Not great, nowhere near unwinnable, but especially for a comp like 4-Tobs, they in it playing a pick comp the way they are, I feel like that's the exact comp you want if you have to come back from a deficit. Because they can catch out someone who's fed, catch out someone important, and then win a fight afterwards because of it. And if they can play to that win con, I think they'll be really, really successful.
Yeah, both Sivert and Seraphine are worth 300 gold still.
Exactly. And those Magi stacks getting chopped down would be huge. We also see the Abyssal Mask complete from Maokai, which just adds that little bit extra damage on the picks. Zonia's in for Lux and for Morgana too. Oh, huge Kennen ult from the side. Great Seraphine ult, but gets blocked by Hodor Nation. They might be able to turn this around. Nice Lux ult, chunks 2 people out, but not much to do about it. Quadratic is super low. What a hero play.
Yeah, Hodo Nation actually saving his whole team right there.
Huge play
But
from
they
Kennen,
lose
huger
Baron
play
for
from
it?
Hodor. I think they lose Baron. I don't see a world in which they can really contest because they don't have Asher, they don't have Lux Ultimate. They do have the Morgana ult, but I don't really think you want to run in there like that.
They're going.
I think maybe they'll be able to dissuade them, but if GG Easy is smart, I think they'll just stick it. Because Kennen TP'd in, he's there, he's present now.
That's 5v4.
Garfield's
Oh,
going for the hero ultimate. Not gonna land on anyone but Torpedo. Takes Torpedo down. Doesn't take Torpedo down. Now Torpedo's down.
Well,
dissuaded off the Baron. Egg Boy gets
Yeah.
sniped by Morgana. Oh, Necro Guy getting huge CC onto Gunji.
Oh!
Gunji's gonna go down here. What a nice turn. That's an ace.
there we go.
That's
That's an
Baron.
ace, and they're gonna take the Baron. Let's go.
Hopefully they can get
Oh
just run down.
my
I think
god.
they have to run down mid after this as well. Because they haven't broken mid outer yet. And they've only gotten 2 other turrets on the map. So there's a lot of standing gold waiting for them. It's only a 3k gold deficit. And if they can get that Discord call, boo, stream remote isn't turned on. If they can run it down mid, get some towers.
Oh
don't
yeah,
like
they
these backs
absolutely
here.
should have run it.
I
They
really
should have
don't
just
like
ran
only
straight
Torpedoes
mid.
up 5 seconds on Quadratic, 10 seconds on everyone else.
Oh,
They
but
could
they
go-
got
Actually,
I don't hate it.
Dragon.
It's Dragon.
Oh,
it's
Dragon's
Dragon.
up? No, you're right. You're right. Although I feel like there's a world where they can
Dragon's
just run mid, knock down the tower, and still back because they have empowered recalls. I feel like
No, because they want to still get the vision. You want to get the vision out so that you don't have, so that you can pick out the enemy. I think.
they do, but also
I don't want-
they're at a point now where the whole enemy team is spawned, so they don't have. They're going to be running into them here. I don't think you ever get an uncontested amount of vision unless you run straight from Baron to Dragon. So I really wish they would have gone for a tower that needs camera. But I think it's a fine choice. I think that's more of a matter of taste than anything else. Good Lux binding. Chunks the Torpedo to half.
Ton of damage.
That is a lot of damage. This is where their team. I think now that they've got the items they do, they've all completed 2 items. Maokai's on 3. Ash is on 3.
Ash is finally at 3 items. She's gonna
Yeah.
start pumping out damage.
And why are they all grouped mid lane? They need to move over to this dragon, otherwise they're just gonna cede it. They're conceding their sole point.
They're getting
guess
2
they think
towers
they can-
for it.
Ooh, that was close.
That was close.
I guess
they're
think
getting
maybe they can get an inhib or something.
2 towers at least.
I mean, they have
Yeah, they
zero
won't be able to
tower
hit.
pushing power. It's just Ash. I don't particularly like this play. They're going to be able to get this tower. That's probably all they get, unless they just go for a team fight in the base, which I think is,
Oh
is
my.
reckless, foolish,
Oh
and bad.
my.
Quadratic gets a big stun on Hodor, but doesn't really catch anyone else out. They're gonna get out of this, but at cost.
I would
don't
have
think
liked
that
to
was
see
the
it a
right
little
play.
bit more. I think the backing on Baron was fine if they went straight to Dragon
Exactly.
to like get the
Like,
vision.
that's
That
the
was the idea. And I think that's what they needed to do there. I think.
I agree.
Back off. And let's see. Right now it's just dead even actually just like 600 or I guess a K goal lead on GGZ, but
No, it's 700.
the-
That's
holy-
close.
Yeah, we clawed
Yeah, it's-
back.
yep. And that's what Four Tops and a Bot their team comp is excels at doing. It's just being able to find someone and delete them, and then make it an uneven fight for a future. And I think that's what they needing to do. However, GG Easy can still win this. I think, right?
Quadratic,
Oh,
you have no HP. Panda. With a
Oh.
nice little flash. I don't know if that's worth burning your flash though, because that's the only thing that's going to save Panda from a really good engage from Quadratic. There's no objectives up to take. It's a good pick, but I don't think it actually nets you anything.
I think now what GG Easy needs to
Pressure?
start doing.
Pressure for what though? I think this is an exact moment where
don't
you
know.
have a perfect
There's
example
nothing.
of it's a good pick, it looks good, kills are nice, but what does that actually get you, and what are you expending for it? Is cost benefit there? And I don't think Flash is worth a pick on McKenna.
There's no Dragon, there's no Baron, so like there's no need.
Yeah, I think
I
he
totally agree.
could have
But
gotten it without flash. Yeah.
that
Anyway,
being
Hero?
that being said, I think let's look at GG Easy's win con here, right? Because GG Easy is starting to fall behind a little bit. I think what GG Easy needs to do is to be able to get this five man and like team fights going. In order to prevent these picks, they need a little bit more vision, right? If you look at blue side vision, they don't really see much. You don't have like a wide variety of vision. They don't know where everybody is. Like so then they could all be hiding in a certain spot and they just like delete you. So as a group, I think they need to get vision.
Exactly. Vision is key for this team.
For both teams.
Absolutely. But I also feel like if you're GG Easy, even if you don't have great vision, you can still run at him. Like, that's what your comp does. You simply cannot afford to do that on the side of 4-top.
But you also do need vision for GG Easy so that they can safely farm waves, right? Because they're going to need to find waves moments to like so that Seraphine can get her items. And Kennan's still behind. Kenan still needs to catch a side wave and just like get some money. If he just groups constantly, he doesn't have the money
Exactly.
to pump out as much ton of damage. So I think
mhm.
pivotal. I think it's pivotal for GG Easy to actually get vision as well, so that Kenan can safely farm without three members of the enemy team just popping up and just killing him.
So something I think we can look towards now is the objectives coming up. 40 seconds on Baron, a minute on Dragon. You do not, as the side of 4-top, want to give away Mountain Soul. That extra shielding, that extra resistance is really, really bad if you're a pick comp. It makes it that much harder. And if you're the side of GG Easy, you're probably okay giving it away in favor of the Baron, because you're still going to win team fights. Sort of 5-on-5, if you can manage to get them. Oh, huge ultimate torpedo, nothing comes of it. Gare Bear's running in, but he's kind of alone. Egg Boy gets sniped. Everyone gets sniped. Gare Bear's big, huge Seraphine ult, but no one to follow it. Kenan ult's going to CC 4 people. Quarter Nation going to go down here. We see Bindings coming in. We see Cleanses coming out. We see Gare Bear getting stunned. We see Torpedo landing a hook. Guy Fieric goes down. Garfield Juice gets a big stun on Quadratic. Takes him down. Gare Bear might melt in the pool. Gunji just uncontested gets to run it down. Finish off the members of Fortop. Almost gets taken down there.
Ball post it!
Put it on the page. And they get the Dragon Soul. I think they also get Baron here.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
Yeah, I think that Seraphine ult into the Kennen ult is how GG Easy wins this game, right? They're gonna get the Wombo combo and they just get the chain CC. They just couldn't kill him fast enough. Four Tops just couldn't kill him fast enough. That's what it came down to. Just
Well, Four Tops was also in a much better position to win that fight than GG Easy. They were far more grouped, but they didn't have the damage. You're absolutely right. And maybe the Ashe was getting zoned off in a way I didn't see. I didn't quite catch that part. But I think there's definitely a world in which they can win that if more CC lands. Or if they have better vision, they can get it on their own terms. Same thing we've been saying all game.
I would like to see the Void Staff come from the Lux, as well as the Lord Doms coming in from the Ashe. I think that would give them a lot more damage towards this Mountain Souled enemy. I think it'd be very useful. However, I think Lux is going for a Horizon focus here, which is generally good on Lux. Could pick off like high priority targets. But I think you kind of need the. Actually, I don't hate it. No, never mind. I don't hate Horizon focus on Lux because you could just get so much damage, amplified damage off, and you get Magic Pen from the Luden's mythic passive as well.
I mean, personally, I think Horizon Focus is a bad item. I don't think it's ever really that great. I would much rather see like a Cosmic Drive or a Death Cap, frankly.
Death Cap is fine. I think I would prefer to see a Void Staff, just because they're gonna have.
Void Staff would also be really good.
Yes, because they have Mountain Soul, so they're just gonna have a lot more resistances at the moment.
Yeah.
Death Cap, I feel like, is a little expensive too. That's another problem with Death Cap. It's expensive.
It's expensive, but it's sort of the big thing you want. I feel like on Lux is just numbers at this point in the game. You just want to have what you're throwing out, just do that much more damage. I think you know, it's a Boris moment maybe. Is the completed Morellos for Panda? I'm not sure is worth it, because let's say if he didn't complete Morellos, you might actually have the rest of Cosmic Drive there. You might have Death Cap or whatever it is. I don't know what the gold values are, so it's probably a little under. But I think that's an interesting point, is you can probably afford to sit on the Oblivion Orb, because their team doesn't have a ridiculous amount of healing. Trundle's got a good amount. The Sivir's going to have a little bit. Seraphine's going to have some just bringing the team, but I don't think it's enough to warrant the full upgrade necessarily. I also think Fortop here is doing a really good job of defending this push. What's really I don't think GG Easy is playing the map nearly as well as they could be. They have these what's it called? These waves crashing into them in bot lane and top lane. So they're pushing through here. They're making the end hit, which is great. But I feel like they could have pushed a lot more if they just got their waves together. Also, thank you, Flesh. My stream quality does in fact slap. 1440, 60 FPS.
Slip,
only.
slap.
And you see GG Easy raiding the homes of Four Tops and a bot.
Yep.
That's generally what you want to do.
Their vision control is awesome. They've got all the entrances warded. Or, sorry, other way around. Fortop's got good vision to prevent them from getting dove in their base. But it's at a point where they don't really need it. Or, not that they don't need it, but they've backed off. Baron buff is basically over. It's actually very over. They've got to deal with the supers in mid lane, but otherwise their waves were crashing for them. I think, looks like bot lane is going to push out for them, towards them, so they can catch that pretty easy. Their next objectives aren't for a minute 45, so they really need to focus on their vision control and keeping just a level of stability. Because if they get picked, you know, death timers are long now. We're at 44 minutes into this game. It's a long game. if they get picked
this
here,
is going to
it
be-
means they seed an objective probably, even if that objective's a minute out.
The game is going to be over in about 1.5, 2 minutes, I think. Because Elder's
it's
coming up in
just
1.5
a matter of
Bold
who gets Elder
prediction.
wins, or who wins next team fight probably wins. Because both of them have no mid tower. Inhib is up for GG Easy, but with both have big tanks on their teams, they could probably just run it in.
And Crispy Chad subscribed to Tier 1 for 19 months. Currently on an 11-month streak. Can we get a yeah boy from Jimmy?
Yeah,
Oh my god, my
I hope
ears.
that's
My
satisfying.
ears are bleeding.
Listen, you asked for a yeah boy, and like,
Yeah, I deliver. You get
Jimmy
your money's
literally
worth on
told
the
me to be
stream.
the hype man tonight, and I'm like Flava
Alright, what
Flav.
if you do PvP? I kind of killed my throat with that one. Didn't properly lubricate before yeah boing.
Elder Dance is happening now, as you hear the Tchaikovsky ballet going for Elder Dance. I
So
guess.
Ooh,
New
good
one.
binding torpedo, but nothing to come.
I
Ooh,
don't think you want
hooks the pillar. Gets stuck in the middle of the enemy team. Big Seraphine ult, but they take down Hodor. Torpedo's super low, but he's not dead yet. Necro's on the entire team. He's got no mana. He's just gonna get swacked. Quadratic's not gonna go down. He used the Zanyas. Oh, what a tragedy for GG Easy. Or for 4-Top, sorry. GG Easy's running all the way to the bank with this one. Panda getting run down by Gare. I think they just group and go for the end here.
Yeah, they just end the game here. It's over, I think.
I don't know where all... Ooh, Panda's gonna get taken down. Really nice flash pillar.
I see Eric going for the inhib. The retaliation inhib.
I don't think that does it, Eric. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that wins you the game, but good luck, but not quite it.
That
GG's
the Nautilus
all around.
GG's the Nautilus hook into the Trundle pillar was one of the most fortunate things that could possibly happen to them.
Packer, 42-month sub streak. You're nuts.
Oh
bud.
my goodness.
You're nuts.
Incredible. MVP votes. MVP.
Gosh.
Oh yeah. Here, you want to set that up?
I will set that up for you if you like.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're welcome.
Now let's look at some damage charts. I think these are going to be pretty nuts. Sivir damage
I
was
think it's gonna.
pretty good. Pretty nice. Not going to lie. So, who's on your MVP list? Oh, before that, quickly, notably, Braum outdamaging the enemy support by 3,000. If that's not Chad, I don't know what it is. Still losing, but still putting up the numbers. Respect.
If we're talking Chad and Braum, it's got to be the full attack speed Braum. It's the only Chad Braum build I know of.
Yeah, it's pretty Chad. Pretty Chad.
But for MVP this game, sheesh, I don't know. It's either Muagboy or Gunji for me.
I got to give it to Quadratic.
Quadratic also played well. GG the whole
Shout
team
out-
just played so well.
I know they
I
really
think
controlled it.
I think shout out to Quadratic as well. Being behind as he was on the cannon, you still be able to impact the map. I think with his
like
kind a little
Thought
bit.
he
He
was-
seemed to died a lot.
Even.
He
It was
died
even.
a lot, but he always did it like for the team. You know, he was the man on the front lines, throwing himself in there, saying, "I'm gonna ult, I'm gonna die," but looking back in his team's eyes lovingly and saying, "But I do it for you." And then
All
they won
for
the
you.
game. Like that's king shit right there.
Yeah.
I really think this is a hard MVP because they all knocked it out of the park.
I think
Really
Gare
good
Bear too.
numbers
I
on all
think
sides.
Gare Bear has some pretty good pillars and pretty good overall helped out the team very well. And then also Torpedo finding pretty good hooks as well as some good ultimates. I think that's a good special shout out. But I think at the end, I think I'll have to give my vote to Mew Eggboy. The CC from the Seraphine ult is what allowed, I think, the follow up from Quadratic with his ultimate as well as the boomerang blade. So I think
Right.
overall, I think I have to give my a vote to Mueg Boy just because of that chain CC was just pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Right. The few times that Four Top was actually able to get the fight on their terms, Seraphine was able to turn the fight in favor for GG Easy.
That's
Mhm.
true. That's true.
And then
I
that
still give
that
my
was
vote to
able to
Evan.
turn the
Shout
game
out.
back into their favor.
But I think it's worthy no matter which way you slice it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It looks like Gunji is probably going to take it with 6 votes.
Yeah,
Next one
Gunji's
is
gonna take
2. So really killing it there. Good job, bud. We are going to wait for the next game. I've got some fatty fucking brisket waiting for me downstairs. I'm gonna go.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna go get a munch of that. Leave this nice little stats screen up, and you guys can entertain the good people. Yeah. I'll be back later.
That is true. Gunji did get a quadra. I'm sorry, I forgot about
Oh,
that.
he got a quadra. Automatic MVP. It's over.
Yeah. My apologies, PMALCS fans. Well, Packer, I think you were just a little too late. He just left to go get that fat juicy brisket.
Hmm. The stream's still going, right?
I think it is, yeah.
Hello, stream. Hello. What has everybody been doing on their time while not playing League of Legends? I'll tell you a joke. I don't have any jokes. I used to have a collection of. I don't know any. I need to think. I need to pull out my book of jokes here.
I
That
got
is
a
to
good joke for
use
you,
my
Packer.
patrons.
The rest of Aaron Rodgers' career.
Oh, I don't even know who that is, but oof. I don't even know. So what has everybody in chat been doing on their spare time? I personally have been enjoying the new Pokemon Snap. It's amazing. I spent the entire day just playing Pokemon Snap. Forget about League.
hmm Has anybody in here seen the game Rhythm Doctor? It's like the best game. You heal people with music. It's the most symphonian game I've ever played.
Incredible. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It's
Yes,
insanely
new
fun.
Pokemon Snap at Metal. It's amazing. It's freaking amazing. I
Yeah, the new Pokemon Snap. It's a new game. Here's been all over that stuff. I haven't played Pokemon since like Ruby and Sapphire.
Okay. Okay, Packer, I just came up with a joke. I hope you're ready.
Oh boy.
I came up with a joke. Spicy one. Which region of LCS are the happiest is the happiest league? And nay, because they're always on cloud 9. Ha! Crickets. I can feel the crickets on me right now.
I tried
sorry.
helping you, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I have failed.
End the stream, it's over. Boo! Oh no, they hate it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Uh, where's Jimmy? Where's Jimmy so I can save me? They hate me. Oh
How can anybody hate Hero? Excuse me.
no.
Um. No, he actually said he's going to get brisket. Oh, he's back. Thought I heard him come back. Oh, welcome back.
I'm back.
Yeet. I messaged you the spec link.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Have they started yet?
No.
Okay. Alright, I had to put some broccoli in the oven. I'm like, you ever just get to a point in your body where you're like, I know my body's mad at me because I didn't eat enough vegetables.
Uh-huh.
That's me right now. Sounds like I gotta chuck this in. My roommates can take it out later. I just need to get some greens in me.
I was up. I was about to call you. I went to voicemail.
I know. I put you on voicemail. I just did it. I just saw your call. I didn't have my phone downstairs with me. All right, we have the draft up. We have official MVP tally of last game is Goonji. Congratulations, bud. Come hang out after, and I don't know. I'll say good job.
I'll say good job.
Ooh, mod of
You
you
heard it here.
chat. I missed that.
Mm-hmm.
I made a bad joke.
Hero tried to tell a joke. Yeah.
All right,
It
good
was
try,
really
Hero,
bad.
Good
Good
try. This is the
try.
best of us. I'm gonna chunk on some of this brisket.
All right. What kind of changes do we want to see from this draft here?
I don't care about the draft. I care about how they played it.
I think we're gonna see a Sivir either pick ban here from either GG Easy or 4-top. I think it's what's going to happen here, just because it's Guy Fieri's most comfortable champion. And the Dark Harvest Sivir build is just really good right now in general. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a pick ban for sure.
They're going to be picking and banning. All right, pick ban has begun. Why
I
am
want to
I
see
red?
Necro
Okay.
on a big dick Chad champion.
Yeah, I think
This game.
Necro can bust it out. I also think that if Necro and Panda's tendencies last game were to be in side lanes, so if
Mhm.
they're gonna do that, just put them on good side lane champions.
And
Right.
there's an
I feel
instant
like
zero.
pick for what you're good at, not necessarily for what you specifically want to do. I think it's a better strat.
Yeah,
Morgana
both
ban
the
makes
Seraphine
sense.
and the
Seraphine ban makes
Morgana
sense. No
ban.
Silas
Yeah.
ban. Interesting.
The Clad. And then probably Renekton from GG Easy. And then Oriana again, okay.
You don't want that AoE team fight is what 4-tops and a bot is saying. Don't want that AoE
Mhm.
wumbo.
Well, if you're not
capability.
gonna pick Seraphine, you need to ban it right now.
Malphite is up. All right, Sivir pick makes sense. Makes sense.
Absolutely.
It's going to be Sivir is going to be a pick or ban because or else GG Easy is going to pick it up, right?
Mhm.
So it's as I suspected, it's going to be a pick ban.
Good takeaway. Good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Also slants them more towards the team fight angle than the pick angle they had last game. I think if they go back in that direction of team fight, they'll be in a pretty good place because they were playing the fights pretty well. They just didn't have the tools to do it. Swain for Quadratic. I love it.
Let's go.
I want to see
That
them
could
both
also
people on it.
be their mind is Nautilus for the torpedo. I
Could
love
be
it.
Nautilus because Care Bear's playing it.
Urgot.
But
I want Urgot top lane into the Swain.
I think it is Nautilus going to be in Torpedo. I think it's just overall like just a very good comfortable champion. I
I
think.
think Mundo is really good in the Swain as well. I like
Mundo as well. That'd be fun.
Okay, Galio pickup. Okay, okay.
That's going to be for Panda, I believe. It's going to be a
Mhm.
Panda Galio pick, which is pretty good for what they want to do as a team. I think so far, but we don't know yet because we haven't seen any other part of the drafts yet. So
Yeah, we don't really know what's gonna happen.
and then there's a Nami pickup from Odor Nation. I actually really like this because they can actually keep a very safe distance from a Nautilus engage with the Sivir just being able to just poke with Q.
And
Mhm.
the
And if Nautilus
Mhm.
ever goes in, Nami could just punish that by bubbling where he's going to land because he is going to land at one certain spot. Very predictable, so you can actually just bubble him right away.
Also, I think the Galio is really good because if someone gets caught out, you can very easily just like turn that around, which is really good. And with Nami's wave, it's really easy to sort of make those long range turns if you're not exactly in position. Yasuo!
Mhm.
Hello.
You egg boy.
You egg boys Yasuo,
Whipping it out and slapping it on the table.
If they're gonna
Which
pick
is
Yasuo,
actually-
why didn't they pick Malphite? Criminal.
They still could. Oh no, they didn't.
they banned it. I think it's still fine because Nautilus still has that R button. Now it's a lot scarier for Nami, right? Because Nami could just get R'd and then Yasuo could just ult right on top of her.
Yeah.
And it's also a really good matchup into Galio. That's the danger of picking Galio early is that like pick an AD champion and then you're just like
I'm gonna throw
the magic shield that you get from Shielded Durant. The
Batu.
magic shield that you get from Shielded Durant is gone. It will not be Batsu. I do not think that's a Guji style champion. I think the Jinx ban is very smart here. I think Jinx can actually just free AoE rockets with the chain
There's that
CC they
vulnerable
have so
pick.
far.
There it is. That's such a great pick. I can't believe it's made it this far.
Now we're looking for that AD counter pick.
Yeah. I wonder if that's a Swain Nautilus bot lane.
Could be.
I would like to to see something more damagey from the top lane. I think they're lacking a little bit of damage. I mean, Galio does a decent amount of damage, but I think Mundo. I think
Mundo!
Alright,
I
well,
love
they're
it.
not
Mundo is
low
actually pretty
damage.
good.
Look at Four Top's team again.
Yeah, another
That's
just
what I
really
mean.
low damage team.
That's what I meant.
Vayne.
That's what I meant to say. 4 tops, right?
Yep.
You want a little bit of damage, but at the same time, you can't underestimate the Mundo cleaver damage. You can't, and you get the
Right.
extra AD and the tenacity. I think Mundo is actually a pretty good choice into this. Now the Vayne is going to be picked up for Gucci, and that's going
That's
to be very
spicy.
scary.
That's
going to be-
spicy.
That's actually very scary for 4 tops and
Yeah,
bot
GG
because
Easy's team comp is terrifying.
yeah, I think honestly, I gave GG Easy the edge last time. I thought they would win this game. However, it's hard to say right now
Okay.
because I think lane matchup wise, I think aside from top lane getting is very 4 tops favored, I think a lot of it is actually GG Easy favored, especially with Vayne being selected as to pair with the Nautilus. Actually, that gives a lot more kill potential over the Sivir Nami. Even if Nami gets like a good bubble, I think you have to be able to bubble the Tumbling Vayne that will do true damage.
You can't kill
So-
tree for long.
Honestly, I think the Mundo here kind of counterpicked themselves, even though they didn't know the Vayne was coming in. I don't think it's great into well, I think it is good into most of their team.
It's good into most of their teams because a lot of what they want to do what they want to do is CC, and Mundo has literally a tenacity boost ability in their in his W. I think is Agony.
Yes, it is on the W.
Yeah, it's in the Agony. So like, you get extra tenacity, you go Sunfire, and then you just like CC doesn't means absolutely nothing for Mundo at that point.
I think the Vayne is a really good pick, though. I think that changes the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I still want to give my edge. I think to 4 tops and a bot in this game. I think just because Mundo could just run the Vayne down with the cleaver damage and just slow. I mean, granted, Vayne can
Yeah.
Vayne kite. If the Vayne kites well, I think she can win that. But the Mundo and the Sejuani running at them with CC, with the Galio follow up as well, I think is going to be very hard to live, especially with a lot of the damage falling onto Vayne. I mean, Yasuo can also do quite a bit of damage, but
Well, I
don't
think
know.
the thing to consider is what do you have to run into on GGEZ's team? You have to run into a Swain, which is when he's ulting, which is exactly what he wants you to do. You have to run
Mhm.
into a Volibear, which can just point and click you, is good at just fighting in the front line. You have to run into a Yasuo and into a Vayne, and into a Nautilus. I don't think those are great champions to just run at. Whereas I think
Yeah.
GGEZ can very easily take advantage of that and dunk on the front line that's running at them. Because once Sejuani and Mundo are out of the question, if they can chunk them out or just push them out, there's not really much holding them too far back from 4 top because, you know, Galio and Nami can peel, but they're both very squishy. So it's sort of like one misstep and the backline falls down. And
If I want
their
to
main
win,
sources of
I'll
damage
beat it
are
out of
Sivir
you.
and Galio. That is a very small amount of damage. And that's going to be Sivir and Galio having to trunk through Nautilus and Volibear. And also Swain being a drain tank. Like, you're going to have to deal with him constantly healing. If you can't out DPS that, while also dealing with these other things that are existential threats to you, I think you're in a really bad spot. I think another damage source that was bigger for 4-Top might have made a huge difference. But also,
I think
we'll see.
I agree with you for the most part because like most of the top lane tanks don't do that much damage. But if you think about how Mundo deals damage, right? He has that max % health damage with the cleaver, with the extra burn damage as well. I think it's gonna be okay. I think for the Mundo, it really the damage will heavily rely on the Sivir and the Galio, but also Mundo does a lot of damage. Yeah, people underestimate on Mundo damage. I
But if
think.
Mundo gets behind, he's totally screwed.
Yeah, if he's behind, he's totally screwed and he has no damage, like other than Sivir Gallia. But like at the same time, like it's a really good matchup for Mundo too. It's a really good matchup if you think about it. Like Volibear can gank too, but like Volibear's damage, a lot of the damage is magic damage, right? I think. Am I correct?
Big % health magic damage on the E, the rest is physical. And
Oh, okay.
magic damage on the passive auto thing. But It's pretty mixed.
So like
It's still
there are gonna be a
good.
lot of damage mitigation. So like I think overall I think Mundo wins that like matchup pretty hard.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're right, if Dr. Mundo gets behind the I think Sivir with the lethality build, I'm assuming they're going with the lethality build, gonna not be able to shred through the Nautilus and the Volibear, the tanks. And Windwall can just block that,
Oh,
that main source of damage.
what Cornstar said, which is actually really valid, is main damage is Sivir, right? Yasuo has Windwall. Windwall cucks their entire team basically. It is a huge ability that takes away almost everything Fortnite wants to do. Sejuani ult. I don't know if it. I think it gets rid of Nami wave as well. Gets rid of the Sivir poke. It's really crucial that he use that cooldown well, but also there's so many things to use it on. He doesn't really have to. He's just going to use it at a good point. So I think there's so much counterpick going on for GGZ into Fortob. It's going to be really hard for them to wrestle out of this game.
Is this better, OP? I tried to turn.
Togi down a bit and the other caster's up. OP, I don't know why you'd ever want Hoagie to get turned down. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that
Also,
makes
turn yourself
no
up and I'll turn you
sense.
down a little bit
But
on my end.
I already turned myself down, but
Way too much. Just go back to where you were and I'll do it on my end for stream.
okay. Better? Hello?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
What do you think, OP? We do it all for you.
We did it all for you. But yeah, now that you reset it again, I think GG Easy does win this
Still
game. I
too
think
much Hoagie?
purely off-
Okay, there we go. That's what I thought. We got a nice. I'm into that.
yeah, there is too much me. I agree.
Hard disagree.
But I think GG Easy definitely. Now that you mention it with the wind wall too, I think GG Easy does take the cake here in terms of just draft. In terms of draft here, because a lot of the damage are like projectiles, especially with even if you consider cleavers, like cleavers can still also just be a wind wall.
Yeah.
I mean, Galio has the damage, and then you have Galio left, and there's
I think. Well, I guess what's also good is with the Sejuani having melee mid lane is pretty decent. Melee top lane sets up for ganks.
yeah, I
Really
got
well.
CC.
Swain is a
Got
very gankable lane. Yasuo not as much, but probably not bad with some setup from Galio. I don't know the matchup too well, but I know Galio has a hard time. But the 2v1 or the 2v2 even is probably pretty good.
I mean, you could still get a really good gank assist with Galio, and Yasuo's a lot of Yasuo's mobility relies on relies on having enemy minions. So if you don't have minions to dash to, then you can't dash.
Comes
It's not
back
like
to
Yone.
timing.
It's not like Yone where I could just like have as long as you have a third Q, you can just dash over, or like Yone also has mobility. You can't just mobile your way out of it, unlike Yone.
Yeah.
So I think mid and top are both going to be really good ganks. I think though it's going to be very important to get bot lane ganks for tops and a bot, regardless, either bot or a top gank, just because a lot of the damage relies on the Sivir and
What about
the Mundo
four
resistance. Galio.
top and a bot gank?
I think
agree.
Galio. A lot of what Galio's gonna want to do anyways is just like roam and then gank another lane anyway. So you could theoretically early gank the Galio just so that he can do that faster, and then get bot ahead again. But like, I think as Sejuani, you have to be ganking here just because because Sejuani getting ahead and like farm or anything is not gonna do as much. I think as much impact with the solo lane getting ahead. And I did like the Lulu top. Thank you, Cornstar. That also got really good skin good skin with the bittersweet Lulu top. It was quite beautiful. So I did enjoy it. Thank you for asking.
All right. Do you think sound a little better now? I did a little compression action on my desktop audio. I don't know if it's gonna make a huge difference. Well, we'll find out. All right. We'll pause it at 20 seconds while I get this set up. Chat off. Objective timers on.
My game didn't crash this time, so I can actually.
That's good. Move to the game screen. Bing, bada, boingo. And away.
There we go.
we go.
Oh, everything's already
Eight,
set up in a nice place.
9, 10. Are we doing
We're
20?
pausing at 20. We're pausing at 20.
Totally
20.
arbitrary, but
Yeah. Listen, Jimmy just has to do everything a little bit differently.
makes it
20.
special. All right, you guys let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. So we see 5-man.
Welcome to Summoner's
Looking for the
Rift.
Stack in a
counter
bush.
invade.
No, they're just stacking a bush.
Well, that's
Stack in a
what-
bush,
the
stack in a
counter to
bush.
the invade, not a counter invade.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yes, the good old bush stack. And it looks like they're not gonna look for an invade. Really thought they would. But also,
They like, they're picking exactly where they are.
yeah, they know.
They know.
Interesting. Ooh, Necro guy, notably, no flash. Takes the
Minions
ghost.
have spawned.
Which I think is pretty smart because, like, with the tenacity that's you're gonna have on the Mundo as well, you're just going to be literally just like running at people, and then even if they flash, you still catch up, and you just kill them.
Yeah, I think it's the same theory as like Darius or Nasus taking Ghost, where like you get much more value continually staying on with that sticking power. Well, Darius. That also means Necro's going to be more vulnerable to something. Can't just flash out. But when he gets to a certain point, after he gets to probably. I don't really think Volibear can do too much to him. I don't think it's gonna be really
Yeah, no,
much.
there's a gank's not gonna really mean much against Necro guy, especially later in the game.
You see that classic level 1 cleaver doing no damage, quadratic.
Nope, it's doing damage. Doing quite a bit actually.
But that's gonna start to hurt a little bit. Quadratic also, Swain has some healing to the kit, so there's some sustain options for him.
There's also a sustain option for Necro guy on the Mundo. I think it's gonna really come down to the Mundo for this win on
I
this
think
game.
if you're quadratic here, you need to be trading really aggressively. Because this is your one time in the game to really do it. Once Necro gets some items on him, he's kind of toast. Early game's really nice knot from Panda. Misses the Justice Punch. Let's go for another auto. Baits him in. Eggboy goes down for the first blood. Just a
Really
little
good
too
game.
over-aggressive there.
Also, really good engage coming in from playing Panda as well. I think
Yeah.
even though he missed the Justice Sponge, it still extended the fight long enough so that Guy Fieri could just come in.
Oh, also, Guy Fieri playing jungle this game instead of AD carry. Swapped with Garfield.
Yeah, it is a noticeable switch. And Stream's nice that as well. So they're showing up as a little bit of flex option here.
Yeah, the Guy Fieri to be a notable vote. Slane looking pretty good for Necro. Swain taking it back here. Not a bad choice at all. Actually opting to stay because Mundo or Volibear's in town, but gets spotted out by Vision. I think Quadratic can have a couple times. Does take the phase rush, which is not as good a sustain option, but definitely really good for these team fights because he's just going to be going fast as possible towards that back line, getting in the middle of things.
And we see a little bit of a CS lead in the bottom lane on the Vayne.
The wave is stacking against them. So I don't think it's a lead. Also.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're in a tough spot. No mana. These waves are. He's not gonna be able to crash this in time. I think he needed to take that reset real good because now he's not gonna be able to. Hopefully, Necro guy sees the opportunity, makes the freeze, and he can really hard punish Quadratic here if he plays his cards right. No, she's not. Unfortunately. Maybe looking to force the TP out, then he can make a TP play across the map or something. Maybe some big brain stuff. Looks like also with the Mana Crystal and the Amtone, Lost Chapter, I think this is a really good game for the Andrews. First of all. Like,
Yeah,
Andrews
absolutely.
Demonic should be kind of sick. Double tank, want to be big AoE monster, that would do very well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I agree with that build path as well.
Swain does also commit the TP.
Are you talking about me or Jimbo? OP.
Are you talking about me? I'll turn my gain up a little bit. I was being a little mumbly. Ew.
And we see the Volibear pathing bot side for a gank here. Maybe possible. No, the wave's not in the best. It's only level 5, and it's also the wave is not in the best spot right now for his gank because there's a minion still. Like there's a whole.
Just gonna go for dragon here, which I think is the right choice. I think that's smart. Ooh, close hook from the torpedo, but clips the wall. Looks like just easy, free first dragon for the side of PG Easy here. Panda doing really well in this mid lane, not really down a significant amount. CS can pick up a couple off this wave, should be that even. Is playing really, really nicely around his aftershock. I think if he doesn't do that, he totally loses the lane. But playing around that aftershock allows him to take these trades and not get demolished after. Eggboy taking this ignite hasn't been able to use it. I think that's really, really valuable for Panda to be able to take this speed.
We'd like to see another mid lane gank if possible here.
I think it'd be good.
Oh, God! Good, beautiful setup from
ult onto one.
Panda.
Gets out really nicely. Well played by Eggboy.
Yeah, well played by Eggboy. Did have to burn ultimate. I don't think it's a long cooldown, but it's still a cooldown that you can play around.
Yeah, it'll be up by the next fight, I think. It's already a quarter of the way back.
I would love to see a loop around back onto Yasuo.
Yeah, get the regank.
Because now it's a crucial time. He can't turn the fight with ultimate anymore because he burnt it.
But he still does have flash. I think that's something Eggboy's done really well. Is he hasn't busted his flash when he's needed.
That's fair. That's true. Okay.
Swain pushing the wave here. Another example. I would really like to see a freeze on this top lane. I think there's a really good opportunity for either of them to really punish and take some CS away and then pressure because the gank will swing this lane one way or the other. Neither of them are really playing for it, which I think is unfortunate.
And I really like that Guy Fieri is actually transitioning over to mid lane to just like soak some minion XP, especially because Panda wasn't going to collect it, so good transition.
Very efficient, very good.
Gare Bear is using this tempo in order to secure Scuttle Crab. I think it's pretty smart of him. A good job on that. Which now you see the Necro guy starting the Rift Herald, which I think.
Cryo top, cryo bot, makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good look. And he secured the Rift Herald, and Guy Fieri gets the Eye of the Herald. Which, again, I think I'd want to wait.
She does have ultimate. Maybe she just, I think, just looking for a clean ult onto Eggboy, and she'll just take him down and get a nice few plays for Panda, keep his lead up.
Yeah, I think that's fine. But, you see, Guy Fieri tried to take some of Gare Bear jungle.
Use the ultimate, Quadratic ulting, but Necroguy's going to be too fast. I think he's just going to get away. Unless Quadratic goes for some sort of insane flash E. Oh, hits the E. Necroguy's going to get fast enough away. Quadratic kills Necroguy. Wild play out of Quadratic. Really well done. Quadratic probably going to die to Guy Fieri here. Just can't get away after the ult's expended. But really, really nice look to get that solo kill. Egg Boy trading onto Panda. Panda again playing really nicely on his aftershock. But the moment that goes down, he has to get out. Unless
The Conqueror's up.
here. Oh, but under tower. Takes second tower shot. He dies. Oh. 1 for 1.
Oh, return 1 for
Spicy.
1.
Egg Boy just barely overstepping there, getting back in tower. Right? Really, really close.
I think it's a win still for new Egg Boy there, just because now Panda expended his slash, right? Now
Yeah.
for an ignite. Granted, TP is gonna be up in a while, so like he still has that TP advantage. But like otherwise, like in a laning perspective, I think
Well,
new Egg Boy now has the edge.
Volibear is now level 7. So we can see that ult coming out. And that's, you know, a much easier dive if you don't have flash, especially in mid lane in such a short lane. So I think there's some potential there for the regain.
Yeah, I think now Gare should look for a gank mid for sure.
I also really love to see a top lane gank onto this Mundo. I think Evan just did a killer job getting that solo kill. Punishing Negro guys overextension, I think that should be capitalized on. Because if this Swain gets big, I think Swain is the champion on that team that can really, really run over this game.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree. I agree here. Although Gunji, if Gunji also gets ahead, like that's also very good, right? Because you can just shred all the tanks. Silver bolts, you know, OP.
I think what's nice about Swain though. Ooh, gank coming in. Guy Fury gets the stun. Eggboy gets the nice ultimate. Ooh, Panda's super low. Nicely done by Eggboy, proving how spooky he is on this pick. Panda's gotta buy one of those Seeker's Arm Guards ASAP.
I think he's going for the rocket belt. I think, which is pretty smart too, because then you could just like have a lot more mobility as well.
The TP coming in from Galio protects their pink ward. I actually think it's a really good TP. You secure your vision, you get in place for this dragon fight, and you could maybe take a fight here. They're really dancing around it. Neither top laner, or both top laners have TP, but probably neither are looking to use it. Gerber getting caught out here, has to ult out. And Sivir ultimate gets used. So some big cooldowns blown by both teams, but I think that really heavily favors GG here.
I agree. I agree there.
Looks like they're going to take second dragon. Oh, Garrett Bear is running in from potential steal. Galio ultimately getting a huge amount of knockup. You see a TP coming from Quadratic, hitting a ton of people with that damage from the ultimate. Gets a huge ult off. Everyone's super low. It's just a matter of cleanup now. Can they do it? Guy Fury and Garfield just on the back of the fight. Trying to not die. Necro guy just barely living by the skin of his teeth. Gunji here going to be able to take down Garfield Juice. Doesn't have vision. Gets hit by Guy Fury. Might not be able to get this. The stun comes out. Gunji gets killed. What a banger of a fight. But Yasuo's coming down. Of course, Yasuo wasn't in the fight. Typical Yasuo. But Guy Fury makes it out. It's a 3 for 4, I believe, in the favor of GG Easy, and the dragon doesn't get taken. Crazy.
Yeah, I think that's still a net win, I think, for GG Easy. But at the same time, you know, he still was able to clean up with and then Sivir managed to get quite a bit of Dark Harvest stacks. So like, it's not the end. It's not the end all be all. But
yep. Oh, I forgot to put team names on my screen.
And they just pick off Gare Bear there. And then we see the Sivir ult being popped. The
Oh, I'm play-by-play. Everyone's flashing. Gunji's getting his ass beat. Panda's gonna Justice Punch. Panda gets stunned. The fight's over.
Yeah, really good condemn.
Beautiful condemn.
Really good condemn. Disengages the fight and then save her own life. Vane's alive. Really good pick though onto Gare Bear, and I think that secures their dragon there, the Ocean Drake.
They're not hard fought fight for this dragon. Looks like they're gonna get it. Necro guy getting beaten up in the top lane. Ults to get out. Looks like he'll just be fine.
Yeah, that's Mundo for ya. It's fine.
But remember, he got killed earlier because he just couldn't run quite fast. Panda going down here. Potentially, maybe not. Gets killed by the Ignite. Beautifully played by Eggboy. I think Panda has to be a little more careful right now. It was only a one kill over that Yasuo, but that's enough to make it a very scary situation for the Galio. And let's remember, though he was sort of winning this matchup. Oh, that's weird. I flipped that upside down. There we go. He was winning earlier, but he had a ton of jungle assistance, and it was like, levels 1 through 4, right? Now that Yasuo has some items, has some levels, it's much scarier.
You know what also is a very smart thing that Eggboy did?
What?
He also bought tenacity boots. Tenacity boots.
Early tenacity boots are huge. Gare Bear getting the stun off Necro guy. Quadratic popping the ult. Nice snare, pulls him back. Necro taking a ton of damage here. That's going to seal the deal. Well played on the top lane. And that should be able to secure Rift Herald for them, because also we have huge mid prio onto Eggboy now with the completed shield bow. Gives him a huge advantage over Panda. That rocket bolt is not going to be able to beat. Nice hook from Torpedo. Ultimate's out from Hodor. Torpedo might go down here. Garfield takes out Torpedo. Gunji's running in, kills Hodor Nation. Gunji I think is looking for the condemn here. It's just not, one attack away. So close. But no cigar coming out here for Gunji. Garfield Juice gets a nice double, but GG Easy secures the Rift Herald.
I think the saving grace for that bot lane was actually that Nami wave. That if you see that Nami title wave, yep, it hit 2 people, and then Nami was able to follow up with a bubble. Nautilus can't really do much with that.
Absolutely agree. Big Galio out here knocks up Eggboy. Shield bow pops. Not enough damage coming out here though. Eggboy might be able to turn this. Ooh, nope. Panda's gonna take him down. Looks like Gare Bear might be able to kill Guy Fieri here. Gets a huge shutdown. Gare Bear, I think, wins this fight into Panda if he can stick on him.
Yep, he definitely wins this.
Gare Bear with the Paws of Justice. Doesn't hit the slow. Doesn't go for the dive. I think a wise choice. But Vayne is coming to the mid lane. Mid lane, can't see what the tower health is, but it might be low enough that they can get first tower off of a Herald here. Assuming it didn't get taken bot lane. Let's see what second. Oh, it did get taken. So first tower's already been taken to the side of Portod. But GG Easy gonna get a return tower, opening up mid lane. I think that's also a bit of a waste of the Herald though.
Yeah, I think it could have
a couple hundred damage. And they're not letting it get a second charge either, so that's really unfortunate. Panda rushing in on the TP. Gets a nice taunt of Garrett.
Really
Flashes out though because he didn't fully channel the taunt. Necro hitting a nice cleaver but gets condemned away.
Very good condemn.
Get anything off it. Really good look though.
Really good look. I think because of that look though, they tuned him off so like you could just get the tower here maybe.
Yeah. Oh, nice dive from Panda. But Quadratic with the big ult. Does he have a stopwatch? He does not. Gets the damage off, but gets killed by the Sivir. Hodor Nation almost dying. Looks like they get the mid tower here.
Sivir has 9 Dark Harvest stacks at the moment, so not that much Dark Harvest stacks actually, but
it is 6 and 1.
6 and 1, so
sitting on, let's check how much gold. Sitting on 1,400 gold, so that's probably another completed item on the back for sure. Probably Dustblade.
Yeah, Dustblade. She has enough for Dustblade right now.
Power Spike.
Need 1,000 more. Just need 1,000 gold to finish that Dustblade, so.
So we see Leandri's completed on Quadratic now. I really want to see a Zhonya second from him though. I think Demonic would be good, but I think the way he's been getting run down these past couple deaths, it would be hugely beneficial to be able to just hit Zhonya's, do a bunch of damage. Gare Bear getting caught out here, has to ult out once again. Good luck from Guy Fieri to catch that out of position. And we will see them hopefully take a Dragon Control here. It's not up for them in 35 seconds. Gare Bear takes the blue buff, so that's good. They're not going to steal that away from him. Heals up. Shrugs off the damage. Guy Fieri taking the blast, but over into 3. Ooh, the hook goes wide. They might look for the re-engage here. Nami wave would be huge if it's up. It's not up, never mind. Scryer's used, they spot them out. It's again a battle for vision. Pink ward, cheese bush.
Vayne ult just used.
Ooh, Vayne ult was just used. I don't know if that was on purpose. Looks like it might have been a fat finger. And that's going to be actually a really valuable cooldown down. So we see
Nami needs to hold wave. Nami needs to hold wave. She cannot be using wave to engage because, you know, Yasuo exists.
Exactly. Their team has enough engage on it too. You have Sejuani, you have Galio, you have Mundo going fast.
Use it for follow-up.
Exactly. And Mundo opting for the Sunfire here instead of the Chemtank, which I think is interesting.
So I think Sunfire is still better because the Mythic passive actually gives tenacity. And you can... Yeah, Sunfire gives tenacity now for
When did they change that?
a while ago, actually.
He's already getting hit by the stun, hit by the Q, but pops the ult. If Panda can't get out of here, he is a dead stone man. Yep, I think just pop. Ooh, well done.
Ooh.
How did you pull him back there?
Passive.
But off of what?
He got the never move off.
I
He
don't
predicted
think
the
he
never
did.
move. No, he did. He got the never move on Panda with the predict. He predicted whether Galio's gonna dash.
I thought he pulled him. All right, we're gonna watch that back before we do this. That was really clutch by Quadratic. Beautifully played. It's a nice amount of gold in his pocket. Hopefully he can buy that stopwatch I've been talking about. We do see now completed items, at least one for every member of every team. 2 for the Sivir. Sivir is the real big thing for GG or for 4-top here. And that is exactly what they needed. That's their win cards, getting the Sivir ahead. So I really like to see it. They're also up a dragon, which is nice. The next dragon comes up in 3.5. So they're looking at a 30-minute soul. I think that times out really nicely for them if they can manage to keep up the pressure.
Right now we see.
Go ahead.
Now, if you look at the gold difference here, I think, well, Necro Guy's behind gold, behind Quadratic. Guy Fieric is 1k up, 1.1k up on Gear Bearer right now. Panda is behind a K from the Yasuo. Just the 60 CS is adding up.
So that's a lot of
A whole 1.4k up on the Sivir. And, you know, just kind of even on support. 400 gold on Nautilus, but
that is not 1.4k here. That is 2.4k. No, it is 1.4. Never mind. I'm getting a bachelor's in music. But it's a STEM degree.
I have a science degree.
You do?
Well, Bachelor of Science.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Communication.
Anyways, there's a...
Oh, huge wave! Torpedo gets engaged on, he has to flash! The bubble goes wide! Eggboy getting fought in the bot lane, doesn't go for the ult. Guy Fieric shows up, huge flash, hits it. You're gonna look for the stun here. So when he comes through, Eggboy gets popped, goes for the ultimate. He's gonna see what he can do here. Has the lifesteal from shield bow passive, dashes in, dashes out, dashes in, dashes out, gets taken down by Panda. Necro Guy caught in the Baron bit here. He's gonna hit his ult, try to live. I don't think he's gonna live for very long though. He doesn't have flash, so he's just gotta run as fast as he can around the pit. And Garward takes a chunk out of him, and that's that. And they do the Baron. I actually think that's a really nice call. Quadratic in 2v1 here. Oh, I spoke too soon.
No.
No stopwatch.
No,
No 2v1. Oh, huge Galio.
No.
Very nicely done.
They're gonna turn on the Baron now.
5v3.
It's a really scary. It's a really scary Baron call.
Oh, it's a 3v3. No, it's a 4v3. Anyway, Torpedo dies. Guy Fieric's still running in. Cooldown's gonna be up soon. Gets condemned back. Here Bear with a nice stun. Fuji's going to be their saving grace. War's going to die, and they're going to lose.
It's gonna die. It's gonna die.
It's a nice, almost ace. Your Fuji's actually going to run super low from that tower. Now I think they go try to do Baron.
Yeah, they could do Baron now.
TP comes out from Necro Guy. I think good TP. Hard to underestimate, or easy to underestimate the cleaver damage on big objectives like this. I would not be backing if I was Panda.
There's a TP. He's a TP. He's just gonna do it for more health. That's fine.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do TP either. Okay, that's a good TP on the back line just to zone off the Yasuo. Nicely done. Nicely done by 4-top here. If they can get some good pushes off this, especially with the Galio. Now, Galio is not up, which is really unfortunate. And they use the Galio TP. So I think that might have been a misplay, because what you have here now is the potential to do a 4-1. I think a 4-1 into the enemy team is actually pretty good. Because I think the 4 wins. I think the 1 probably loses. But if the 4 can win, you're in a really well off situation, especially if you have Galio with TP or ultimate. With Galio ultimate down, It's gonna take a minute, but I think it will be up before Baron buffs over. So they might be able to look for a little side lane pressure.
Yeah, it's up in a minute. So it's not gonna be up for the dragon fight.
Now, what I wouldn't mind seeing from them here is just conceding dragon and pushing lanes. They have Baron buff. They can probably put down a ton of towers in the time that it takes them to take dragon. But it's uncontested, actually.
Uncontested. They might as well just take it.
They just get their Drake for free.
Soul point.
I'm not sure I agree with that.
I mean, they get soul point.
They weren't in position. They weren't in great vision.
I think they're using the Baron pressure, right? They're still being able to get the minion advantage, and using that minion advantage to get the dragon. So I think that's fine.
No. I think getting the dragon is fantastic. I think seeding it from GG Easy is actually. I don't know if they needed to just concede it like that. They could have tried to fight it. But maybe they just wanted to take the opportunity, push their waves out, do some good. Even though they huge engages. Galliol's gonna be massive though. Knocks out like 3 people. Quadratic's wreaking havoc in the backline. Gets stunned up super nicely. Takes a bunch of people super low. It's just Necro Guy and Panda in backline now. If they can make it out, this is probably not a terrible fight. Necro Guy's gonna get taken down. Panda gets taken down by Quadratic. Guy Fioric's gonna get taken down as well. Garfield Juice has like 500 health. So does Horde Nation. They do not want to stay here. Really, really nicely done by the side of GG Easy. Good defense. And for 4-top, I think they needed to just sit back and let their Baron minions do the work. You don't want to dive when you have Baron. It's not the worst thing. Ooh, Egg Boy is really low off that Silver Shield. So the power of Baron comes from its pushing power. And if you can push the waves and not force these fights, that might be more 50-50. That's what the objective is for. So I would have liked to see them play a little more passively. I don't think they needed to dive the base there necessarily.
No, and I think even if like Mew Egg Boy or like Gare Bear gets like a good engage or even Torpedo, like they could just disengage from that and just just go split off into another lane and just push it. I think that's perfectly acceptable decision. I mean, it's a within the moment kind of decision, happens, right? It happens to the best of us. Yep. Even you could talk about this from the analytical perspective, but at the same time, the passion of the moment is what I believe in sometimes. The passion of the moment.
Absolutely. I think also when you have top tower being super low and stuff like that, I think you should take your Baron and really try to just I think it's a really good. Ooh, Quadratic getting stunned up here by Guy Fieri. Pops the ult. Nami wave might look for a re-engage. New Egg Boy hitting them with the wind wall nicely. Just a full disengage. Guy Fieric on the side has ultimate. He'll look for a pick here. Bola Bear, huge ult in onto Hodor Nation. Necro Guy gets hooked. Panda goes in. Could get a huge stun here if he plays as well. Zonius comes out. Gare Bear's down. 4 alive to 5. Necro Guy using his massive speed and healing. Oh, humongous Yasuo ult's gonna turn the fight. Yasuo gets bursted. Super low health bars on the side of the 4-top. If they get cleaned up, they're toast. Gunji's gonna get roasted. Quadratic has the opportunity here to get an easy quad. Guy Fieric versus Quadratic. Who's gonna win? Quadratic gets the stun off. Ooh, oh, wow. Wow.
Oh my god, Guy Fieric is actually a monster at this champion.
What a... Whoa.
Look, Guy Fieric is also just regenerating health like crazy right now.
Warmogs, baby, that's what it'll do. I mean, jeez. What a fight. Guy Fieric playing that super well towards the end, clutching out for his team. That Yasuo ult was so good. It was just barely not enough follow-up. All of these fights are super, super close.
Remember, the next dragon is coming up in a minute and 20, and it's Mountain Soul,
and
which
everyone's going to be up for it. All the important cooldowns are going to be up. Almost every summoner is going to be up. No flash for Egg Boy or Torpedo, no heal for Gunji, but otherwise it looks like most things. Actually, a lot of summoners gone, about half of them on the second look. We also see Lord Don's completed for Yasuo, which is huge.
And Charlotte's Grudge for...
We see a Frozen Heart coming out from Swain. I actually really like that. I think that's really smart. I would have rather seen Zonia's first. Ooh, double pick for it. What a tragedy.
I don't really like Frozen Heart because Frozen Heart reduces attack speed, right? And how does Sivir get her damage off? Not auto attacking, it's a Q. So I don't particularly love it, but
I think it's more for the armor than anything else. I think what is going through Quadratic's head, which I agree with. This dragon goes in 25 seconds,
Has been destroyed.
and they're cheese bushing. I like a good cheese bush, but I think they're ceding all their vision control here, which is not going to suit them in the long run. So as we wait in this tense moment for something to happen, I'm going to quickly talk about the Frozen Heart.
I wish they should have
Heart's
just pulled the
good.
trigger.
Drags up in 2 seconds. They got to do something. Like something. All right, they just run at him. Gare Bear going fast. The Galio for disengage. His torpedo. And it's a standstill again. They're just gonna keep dancing. Ooh, Quadratic gets hit by the bubble. He's gonna get the ulti off. He has stopwatch, which is really good. He'll regen some health to be able to get back in the fight. Coordination taking super low. Guy Fieri getting caught out. Coordination getting slammed to the ground. Guy Fieri is exhausted. Has 1 HP left on the backline. Big Swain damage. But Garfield Juice is just free firing on the backline. It's clean. Not clean, but a really nice ace. Coming up.
Oh my god, Silver's doing so much damage. The Shrella's Grudge is huge because it just shreds tanks, right? It just shreds Gare Bear, Torpedo, and gets the Mountain Soul. Just like, it's... Yeah, the Sivir
I
is
think they're gonna go
massive
straight to
right
Baron
now.
here. The
Yeah,
big
they're gonna
issue in
go
that
straight
fight for them was that the Sivir just got to free fire the whole time. They didn't have any pressure for her. So they were getting some really good picks on their front line, but by the time they'd finished that, they were all just super low health bars. They got toast. So I think the Frozen Heart. All right, I don't mind. I think it's actually kind of cool because you're against a team count that's going to be primarily AD. It's Sivir, it's Mundo. And I think if your objective is to drain tank and live, that's good. However, I think paired with a Morello is not fantastic. I think you need a Demonic Embrace or something like that, a little more damage to get you through, or you need to be going Griftmaker for the healing, or Conqueror for that matter.
I think that would have been the move. The Conquer, I think. The Conquer probably would have been a move here.
Yeah, but also if you want the armor, you can just go with the zombies. And I think that would
go
have been
with
much
Zodiac.
better.
Yeah, no, because Frozen Heart, you're not going to get that much value from Frozen Heart compared to Zonia's because, you know,
Precisely.
Masochism, Mundo's E has an auto attack reset, and Garfield Juice's damage are primarily coming from Qs, not auto attack, so. That's my point here.
I think it's a good point here. I like it. I will be right back. I have to close the window because it's cold in here now.
Okay, so while that's going on, I'll cover the play-by-play while he's gone. Then not much is happening, just some sweeps in the jungle, make sure GG is a bit safe. And as you can see, the Sivir is sitting on 4 items with a boost of lucidity. Pretty massive. Collector, Sheldas, Manamune, and Duskblade. 4 items, while Vayne is on 2.5. And
Sivir
since he had...
big.
And the problem is that Guji had to get a QSS to deal with the Sejuani Nami to like deal with the CC. But like at the same time, like, so I think it's like I think Sivir is in the hot seat in terms of damage right now.
I agree, 100%.
And right now, because there's no inhibitors, there's no inhibitors taken yet. It's not like Vayne can safely catch super waves either. Right now, which is very good on their part.
One is really, really, really smart. They just don't have the numbers to wave clear.
I think at this point, I
can
think
contest Galio, but no one can contest Mundo then. Once you send the Vayne over, and then you have Volibear, Swain, and Nautilus left to defend mid lane, which just isn't enough.
at this point, I would actually rather like have them take the mid inhib and just like try to collapse in the Galio instead. Because then if the inhib goes down, that's free farm for Vayne, right? That's free farm that's gonna come in, free income. But
Fight coming out. Running in the back line. Who's ultimate? Has to run away though. Galio's gonna come in for a decent disengage. Quadratic and an ult off, getting a bunch of damage off, but he's getting bursted pretty hard. Has no Zanya, so he can't stop watch it. Gusto goes down as well. He's trying to beat up the backline. Torpedo gets smoked to the slope. They're running away as fast as they can. Torpedo hooks out. Exhaust onto the Vayne. Prevents her from finishing anyone off. Volibear gets taken down. Guji slows his ult up. He's gonna try to fight Guy Fieri. But if he does that, the enemy team wins the game. This might be GG here unless
This is
massive big
GG.
quadra for the page. Gets taunted, goes down. R.I.P. Hodar Nation, victim of the tower. Well done from 4-top in this game.
Yeah,
Very well done.
very pretty much defied our expectation.
Absolutely, I did not expect that one to come out that way. Very impressive.
And it's just the whole damage of Sivir. Sivir damage, like Sivir Q damage, just hurts. That champion, nuts, and especially in PMALCS setting, right? Because
Absolutely.
so, I think MVP. Obviously, we can look at Garfield Juice because did a lot of damage. The Tale of Two Sivers.
Yeah, I get to him.
Sivir getting both Sivers getting MVPs. Kind of PogChamp. Also, look at Sivir's damage. Oh my god.
Once again, Sivir on top of the damage charts.
But also, I actually, if it wasn't for the fact that we want to give 2 MVPs to Sivers in a row, I want to actually give a special shout out to Guy Fieric. I think Guy Fieric's pressure all over the map, I think, really got each of the lanes ahead. I think
agree.
so. If it wasn't for the fact that we should get, it'd be really funny to get 2 Sivers in the MVP. I want to give my MVP to Guy Fieric, and that's what I will do. As much as I love,
I'm going to give honorable mention to Panda for handling the early Yasuo so well.
oh yeah, no, absolutely, that was a really good play by Panda to handle the early pressure.
I think
Thinker guy holding a thorn.
Like just that ability to neutralize what could have been the big point of failure for their team is really just important.
I am making the straw poll right now. Please hold.
Yes, inting on tanks is Pog Necro.
And create a poll. And here you go. Here you go, everybody. Go vote. I'm going to give my vote to actually Guy Fieric because that the early pressure on the Sejuani as well as just overall use of the of that E stun, pretty nuts. Although I do want to say in my heart, I also want Garfield Juice to win MVP because Tale of Two Sivers. But I cannot in good conscience not give an MVP to Guy Fieric. In good conscience.
Hard one. All right. Well, we will let that marinate for a minute there. Chat, if you have any questions for your MVPs, please put them in there. We'll ask them. And in the meantime, I'm gonna eat some of this brisket. I got nothing to say. We'll give it another minute to fill out. Please hop into Player of the Game if you were selected, which last game was Kurtz. Hop up in there. Gunji, my man. And if you are, looks like Garfield Juice in this game is getting one. Tale of Two Sivers coming through.
The Tale of Two Sivers are coming through. Okay, we can go.
Right, I think we can call it at that. That's a pretty significant margin. Yeah. Tale of Two Sivers.
Yeah.
Hop into Player of the Game. I'll hop in there right now. We'll do a quick little interview, and then I'm gonna go to bed because it's late. All right, now we're in the other channel. That's the outro music. All right, hop up in here, you schmucks. We got interviewing to do. There's one of them. How you doing?
There's one of the Sivers. We just need to get the other Sivers.
Tale of Two Sivers.
It's the Tale of Two Sivers. Sivir number 2. Hello.
There's the second half of Tale of Two Sivers. Yo, okay, so I was feeling really good after draft in game 2. I was like, oh my god, they picked 3 tanks. We have Yasuo, we have Vayne. How do we lose? It's like this is Exodia. And then
Shrell does.
Whenever you fall behind early, sometimes Exodia does not get drawn.
It's a little harder. Not
and
Shrell does Grudge, insane item.
Yeah, Shrell is pretty good.
So for both of you, I've got a starting question. Sivir's pretty good. Why?
Okay.
Tell me.
Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. Sivir with that build is very situational. It's whenever. So like the reason I went at last game is because I knew that like all of their damage dealers were really really squishy, and like literally if I just landed anything, like we just win fights for the most part. Against if I was playing Sivir that game into that comp, it would have been crit. So it because of just the tanks. Like if you like that build against tanks is really really bad.
Yeah, a little
But when you
garbage.
but when you get really ahead, you still one shot things. So you can play it against tanks. You just have to get really fed early. Which if you watch the Tale of Two Sivirs,
Hey.
that
Spoiler
happened.
it for people who are starting at the end of the VOD and watching backwards, but
Yeah, that's the big brain move. Watch the end of the
Watch
VOD
them
and then watch
backwards.
backwards. Dude, then you can watch me have 0 deaths by the end. See, easy. Easy clap.
Yeah, then everyone looks real bad at the end. Terrible scorelines.
Okay. I actually have a game for not question, not game. I have a question for Garfield Juice actually, because I noticed a bit of a role swap here. What was going through your mind when you guys were considering your role swap? Because I know Guy Fieric was supposed to be AD carry, and you were supposed to be in the jungle. What made you guys do the swapperoo? Good old swapperoos.
Yeah, I mean, we had the plan of first picking the Sivir just because we didn't want to give it back. But then Panda and Eric were like, "Hey, we want to do the Galio Sejuani combo because they've practiced it and they feel very comfortable in that combo." And so they were like, "So I was like, okay, well, I'll take the Sivir and run it bot lane," and that was kind of the thought process behind it.
Okay, fair
Good
enough.
thought process. It works very well. Very nice. Very nice. Honestly, these games were bangers. Like,
They were
I
bangers.
almost just don't have really any questions because it was so back and forth.
Listen,
I guess so. I'm interested to hear about both of you for Dragon Pride because there was a couple moments you both had where I thought you should have contested a dragon and you didn't. I'm wondering like what's going through your minds as you like consider the cost benefit of those kinds of plays and where you're just maybe giving them up or not.
Sure. So I know there's one time in game 1 where we probably could have contested a dragon, but instead we knew that we had really low turrets.
I actually really like
So
that.
so we decided that we're just like it's just one dragon. It's not that big of a deal. Let's grab first tower gold instead. We'll just trade the gold because then it comes out basically even.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't run the risk of just like coin flipping dragon losing and then losing first tower too because that would just be a huge snowball of gold. So we just decided that was a calculated trade. As for game 2, there was a moment where we thought maybe we could contest third dragon, but I called it off because I was like, if we fight right now, we just don't win because I'm just not strong enough. Having to go to QSS like really like not put me behind because I think I had to build it regardless, but I was already behind to begin with. So that's like at that point, like I just needed to get farm as much as I could to hopefully scale up. Because if I could get far enough ahead, then or far enough like enough gold and enough resources, eventually like 6-item vein is just gonna like melt through tanks like a hot knife through butter.
Yum.
But they just snowballed the game a little too fast for us. So yeah, basically, like every time we decided not to contest a dragon, is basically like we just don't want to coin flip it. It's not worth the potential risk. Yeah, at least that's our thoughts.
Nice.
Yeah, game 1 we had a problem of we engaged. We kind of played team fights a little bad for what our comp was. In my mind, you guys had the heavy engage, try and get in on us, and with the Lux Morgana, my thought process was to kind of peel back and kind of hold off from the primary engage, and then that's when I engage with the Morgana ult. But we just kind of got a little dazzled by some potential pick plays, and and ended up losing those team fights, and then objectives out with game 1, and then game 2 is just it's coming up, like just run there.
Nice. All right. I think a last lead out question that's great is Alex, do you want to just take a moment here and then get it all out about Yasuo?
So this is how draft goes. We're like, okay. I was like, well, if they keep picking tanks, I can pick Vayne. We'll hold off on that because I could also play Swain bot, and Swain is really, really good into Sivir. Because if you don't know, the E, you can't spell shield the E because there's 2 procs of the E. So the first part of the E hits you, takes off the spell shield, and then the grab still hits you, and you can pull back. It's really stupid. That should not exist. That interaction should not exist, but it does. So I was like, I can play the Swain bot. We can do that. And then they locked in 3 tanks. So I was like, okay, there's that. But I saw the Galio get locked in, and I was like, okay, I can do either Lucian or Yasuo. And I was like, well, I think Lucian's better. He's like, but hear me out.
But hear me out.
But hear me out, Yasuo. And I was like, you know what? If you feel confident on the Yasuo, let's do it. Let's do it. I was like, we have hyper scaling. Like, if one of us goes down, we have the other one to go. We have the other one to rely
Chain
on.
CC. We have the Chain CC too, so
Yeah.
pretty good.
So I was like, we have the Swain. I was like, we have Volibear. Like, we have ways to fight this fight these. Like, and we can disengage things if we need to. We can look for picks. I was like, honestly, like, if we would have been in an even footing throughout the game, we probably win just because of like Vayne just cutting through tanks. But we were not on even foot because we inted. So when you int, you lose games, and you deserve to lose games. So
Wise wisdom from Alex here. Wise wisdom.
words
Hire him
from
to be
Coach-
your coach.
from
You're
Coach
not as
Tab.
lucky to have you, bud.
hey,
I
thanks.
think with that,
That's
this will
both
be
teams plus.
PMALCS signing off. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. I'm gonna check chat one more time in case someone's trying to tell me something.
So before we go, shameless plug. Juniata playing Purdue tomorrow. CLOL round of 32. 11 a.m. PT, so that's 2 p.m. Eastern time. Come tune in. Hopefully we don't feed really hard. We're playing Purdue. They're a really good team. It should be a fun
Guys
time.
got
So,
this. Go,
Hell yeah!
Go, Juniata. Yeah,
Make
let's
sure you
go.
post that on the page, just like that Quadra someone got the other game. Anyway,
True.
PMALCS
Post it
signing
to
off.
the page.
To the
It's been-
page.